for the same.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, I guess we'll let her read it.
Online saying maybe he needed a.
We're just gonna let her read it because her head's in the way.
Cousin of Nicole Staples. She said many people that I don't know have reached out to me via message about her, so I will put it here. Unfortunately, she's my cousin. I've not had contact with her, and she's sick. The video made me vomit. I hope she goes to jail for a long time. The school did the right thing and fired her. The people online saying maybe he needed a. Sent me this, and this is allegedly the cousin of Nicole.
Oh my god, it's not even the whole thing.
She said many people that
I hate when people do that. You see, this is what I mean. People that are just using this for content. Instead of reading the whole thing, you gotta go to her next video. Fucking annoying as fuck. Like, I'm not going to your next video now. I'm gonna find someone else that has it. That's so annoying to me. Like, and this sick motherfucker here is in total support of this woman. Like, he was like, oh my god, he had his clothes on, man. I got beat. So the fuck what, how you got beat? And it's sad. That shouldn't have happened to you. Like, ugh. Anybody who's condoning this shit is disgusting. And some people are like, it's the hair pulling that went too far for me. What? How about just beating him over and over with a leather belt is enough for me? The fuck? Ugh, it just makes me sick. Hold on. Maybe... Who's this? Okay. I'm gonna just have to go back to that video.
I think we as mothers...
It's just so sick.
And this is allegedly the cousin of Nicole Staples. She said many people...
Of course, and his girl's head's in the fucking way the whole fucking time. So anyway, it says the sister has 2 kids with... Okay, the sister had, I guess, blah, blah, 2 kids with her first ex-husband. The same sister who mistreated... Oh, she lost her 2 kids. Was removed until her passing. So DHR is worse. Okay, you can't see her because her whole head's in the way. So yeah, so they put these kids into someone's care who's not only close with the mom, but also lost her custody of her kids. Make that make fucking sense. Make that make sense. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's such a fail. What these people don't realize is that, okay, so that son was so brave to put that video on the internet, okay? Because say nobody would have seen it, and his mom would have seen it. He would have got beat the fuck out of again, like he always does. So now, his mom went to jail because he posted this video, and now he's at his mother's sister's house that she's very close with. But, you get what I'm saying? Like... That's why kids are afraid to speak up sometimes, because if something doesn't happen, they just get abused worse. But let's talk about Gypsy Rose Blanchard have a prescription pad, because that's so important to y'all. It's so fucking crazy. There's so much bigger things going on. Not even just this. This is just one woman, and this is recent. But, I mean, what about the guy? The boy... I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking about this right now, but I'm talking about a lot of shit. I'm talking about shit that's more important than talking about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I love you, Gypsy, but no offense. But, the case is over. Nick's case is over. Gypsy's not going back to jail. Nick is staying in jail. Dee Dee is dead. I don't know what else y'all want. Y'all aren't getting anything else. But let's not talk about, all the other situations that's going on. The guy that was supposed to get, like, a fucking huge ass sentence, that got the one that raped 3 women, almost unalived one by her to almost death. Remember, he got completely off for probation. Let's not talk about that being a fucking problem. Let's not talk about these 2 kids. This one that just was beat the fuck out of by his mother, being with someone that is probably not going to protect him from their mom. Let's see. Y'all, I see stuff every single day. There's stuff way more important than talking about Gypsy having a fucking prescription pad. And maybe if y'all paid attention to shit as it was happening, not 10 years later, maybe if somebody would have paid attention to Gypsy and Dee Dee when it was going on, y'all could help them. No, y'all would rather situations like this happen, make money off of it, gain clout off of it, and then call it out like years later. Like, yeah, you can come up, girl. Okay, let's see. Anybody want to drop for Jan for a second? Oh,
I was gonna
oh,
say,
okay, let me
everybody
see.
left.
It just pisses me off. It just pisses me off because all it is a big fucking clout chase. And it's so gross.
I just want to say, sorry, I'm not with all that. People just need to stop.
Move on.
It's
to something
over.
else. Something that matters.
You know, I'm not part of them, that's for sure. And just stop. I just wanted to say, I agree with what you're saying, though, for real.
It really, it's so,
So
because you know,
stupid.
they're speaking misinformation over there for one, because like
Yep.
literally nothing
Yep.
can happen. Nothing. It was
Yep.
in like that shit was in Gypsy's mother's papers. Like it was in her papers inside the pictures. Like Gypsy
Yep.
got a plea deal because of shit that her mom was supposedly doing. She's not gonna get in trouble for having a prescription pad that is so old. It's like fucking a decade old. No, more than a decade. No, almost a decade. No, more than a decade.
There's like so much more important stuff to go.
So much more important stuff. Like I don't know, is ice?
All that energy
You got people beating their
can be
fucking
put to
children.
good. All that energy.
It's all about money.
Can be used for something good. Yeah.
It's all about money. You don't hear Mimi. I'm gonna restart my gift. I'm gonna restart my gift goal. This one's a little bit expensive, so I only put 2 of them. Like,
screw Mimi.
She's gonna get a felony. Gypsy's already a felon, so who gives a fuck? But she's not gonna get a felony over this.
Yep. Yep.
Like, get a fucking life.
Can I say
Go
this
get baptized again. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say this real quick? Because I may not be able to talk in just a minute.
Okay, Katie, no, that's not true. Wait, okay, that's fine, but Katie, that's not true. It's literally a prescription.
Here, I'll drop. Thank you for letting me up, though. Thanks for
Y'all just listen to what everybody tells you, though. Go ahead, Sheena.
Okay, listen. Gypsy Blanchard is not stupid by any means, okay? She's a very smart woman. And so, very smart. She said yesterday, hey, can I get in trouble for having this? So, Ray and I did our due diligence, checked into it, checked out the law. Like you said, Bree, it's about intent. Now, you can have it in your possession, but if you go around writing scripts on it, now we're talking about something else, okay? And who wants to use a prescription pad that's 10, 12 years old? And
more than that.
She's not going to pull a Becca Scoops, people. She's not pulling a Becca Scoops here. She's just showing this was actually in the possessions that she was given, okay? What is illegal is to clog up law enforcement and their resources.
Clock it.
So, she didn't just nilly-willy, hey, I'm going to post this online. We checked into it. It's not illegal.
I can't hear you.
You're not educated or skilled in the law, but you like you got Fancy thinking she's in.
Fancy with the warrant. You breaking up.
Yeah, staff keeps calling me. Do your due diligence, and we knew nobody's racking up felonies here. Get over it. And like Bree said, there are more important cases out there to deal with and think about than Gypsy Blanchard. Gypsy's got a beautiful life, a beautiful child, a beautiful partner, a beautiful family. She's moved on 10 years. Let's do it, people. Let's just get moving.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If y'all weren't such bullies that get clout off of Gypsy's name, this is stuff that y'all would have been interested. Because here's the thing. Everybody thinks that Gypsy was trying to say, oh, look, my mom was writing prescriptions. No, that doesn't prove that she was writing prescriptions. It proves that her mother took it. Her mother hoarded medical shit in general. Okay, something like this is not gonna be something that we can study every day, that we can get a look at every single day. Gypsy gave the world a chance to, well, not anymore, but basically see into the life of something so bizarre that is actually probably, I don't want to say common, but more common than we know, because it is built on deception and it goes undetected. It's one of the most underdiagnosed forms of abuse. And Gypsy's story gives us an insight of what to look for and what these things look like. So in a perfect world, not even a perfect world, in a world where some of you don't fucking exist in it, things like that would have been what people look forward to Gypsy sharing, because it gives you an insight on who this person was and what she did and what made up her. Like it just blows my mind how interesting and how much there's so much we can learn from Dee Dee's life that y'all will never learn because of how y'all are. Because y'all, right now, well, for the last 2 years, it's been like the popular thing on TikTok to like be a big gypsy bully. So of course, like you gotta do that. And doing that stopped everyone from being able to get insight into what that looks like. Because although this was on like a pretty large scale, it can happen on a small scale. It can happen on a bigger scale. And there's a lot of things that all people that do this have in common. And even when she messages me this shit, I'm just like, I'm even like amazed. Like, even if she doesn't share it with anybody, like on the internet, even if it's just between us and her friends, you know, it's very interesting to me. It's sad, but it's also like, I get to know that about it more. And I get to know what Dee Dee was maybe like and what was going on in her mind and what makes a person do this and what makes a person do that. Y'all will never get a chance to really see that. And even though Gypsy has put stuff out, y'all aren't taking it for what it is. So y'all are missing out on an opportunity. Y'all think this case is bizarre? It fucking is. But the most bizarre part about this case is Dee Dee. It really is. It's everything that she did, everything that she got away with, how she did it, how strategic she was, the blueprint that she literally built off of something she found out at birth about Gypsy that never affected her the way that it does others. It is so fucking interesting. And if y'all would actually dig into it the way that I am so thankful that I have, y'all would learn so much. It's not about defending Gypsy. It's about learning about a condition that is known to be rare, but it's because it's not talked about. It's built on deception, and it goes undetected and underdiagnosed. And I don't know, I just feel like y'all missed an opportunity to just learn about one of the most craziest cases that we'll probably never see again in our life. I'm telling you, every single piece of paper that Gypsy shows me, like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, it just blows my mind. And y'all had access to that. And y'all still do sometimes, but y'all fucking just bash the girl whenever she does it. It just blows my mind. I don't know. Y'all say that she's bashing her mom. Like, y'all don't ever think that maybe Gypsy's trying to understand her mom in some ways? You ever thought about that? Like, Gypsy knew her mom, however her mom wanted her to know her. Like, there's a part of Dee Dee that even Gypsy doesn't know. And it's like digging through this, whether y'all like it or not, is healing. Not only is it healing, but it answers questions that I'm sure her whole fucking life she wanted to know. So if you don't like it, fucking scroll. Nothing she does when it comes to her mother is going to ever get her in trouble. Doesn't matter. She can find a fucking, I don't fucking know. She can find anything in that box of her mother's. If it relates back to someone with Munchausen by proxy or someone with a mental illness that's abusing their child, she ain't gonna get in trouble for it. So I don't know, maybe go advocate for someone like this poor child that was beat with a fucking belt 20-something times because he didn't finish his kitchen chores and is now in the custody of someone who's close with their mom. Like, it just blows my fucking mind. It blows my mind because y'all really missed an opportunity to learn so much about something that is happening for more than you think. Think about the elderly people. Think about elderly people that are in their homes, in a bed, on medication that their caregiver is giving them when they probably are completely fine. You would never know. All it takes is an elderly person getting sick one time. You ever had like a loved one in your life that got sick and you thought, oh my God, we're going to lose them, and then they end up living for 10 more years, but you got scared? They're like, all it takes is something like that to happen, and someone in their life being mentally ill take over that person's life, and they might have had their whole life and they were free, but then from that moment on for the rest of their life, they're in a room where no one is seeing. No one sees them but their caregiver. But if you paid attention to things, maybe you might happen to go to the same church as that person, or you might happen to, I don't know, work with that person or something. And there's things that you could just pick up on. But y'all, so many of you will never be able to do that because why? Because y'all would rather sit around all day talking about stupid fucking shit that doesn't fucking matter rather than learning things that make you, that's strange. You know, that reminds me of this, or I wonder why this, or I wonder why that. Y'all don't fucking use y'all brains. Y'all would rather sit online all day and talk about shit that y'all don't know fuck shit about. But yeah, that's what y'all would rather do. But it's okay because y'all are missing out, because I'm telling you, I'm so thankful that I did get to know Gypsy and that I am one of her friends now and that I get to learn about what she went through. You want to know why? Because I actually do care about human beings, and I hope to God that I would never have to come across someone that ever lived a life like that. But I hope that if I ever do, that I'm able to use my fucking brain and be like, wait a minute, you know what? That reminds me of this. And maybe I never will. I would rather learn it and have the opportunity to be able to do that if the chance comes or if the time comes, than not have it at all and then be just like, this person's getting abused by their mother every day, and who fucking, I don't know. I'm just passing up the big old signs in front of my face. Like, I mean, think about Gypsy, going to someone and being like, I would do anything to get away from my mom. That's strange. Or not everything's as it seems. You know, she told someone that before. It's in records. No, they didn't do anything. Her family saw her jumping on a fucking trampoline in a bed. They didn't do anything. She got a neighbor to bring her to Dan's hospital, to bring her to a place with people there that saw her in a wheelchair before, and she was now walking. They called someone to get in touch with her mom to come get her. You want to know why? Because they were probably fucking ignorant and didn't pay attention to shit either that they learned in life, like y'all, like some of y'all. Because me, I would have been like, what the fuck? Like, that's what I would have been like. I'd have been like, but these people are like, oh no, we got to get in touch with our mother. Because she ran away, she's telling us all these stories, and she's walking. And she was supposed to be in a wheelchair. So we're going to call her mom to come get her. So don't say that Gypsy never tried to get help, because she fucking did. But y'all shouldn't be worried about if she got help, because y'all wouldn't help somebody. Y'all wouldn't. The way that y'all act, y'all would never fucking help somebody. Not even because y'all wouldn't want to. Y'all wouldn't be fucking aware enough to fucking see it right in your fucking faces. But anyways, back to the child. Y'all are online. All right, y'all, everybody needs to get in touch with the DA to report Gypsy for having a prescription pad that her mother stole, but we really think Gypsy stole it, even though this was in 2007, so Gypsy was 16 years old. Her mother was treating her like she was like 12, was being told she has the mind of a 7-year-old, but yeah, let's blame the minor child, sure. That's another problem y'all have. Y'all love to, target, like, minors and be like, oh, they're not the victim, they're the one that did it. That's really stupid. Do y'all think that he should have got beat too? Do y'all think? Because he didn't finish his kitchen chores? What if somebody unalived his mom today? Would you bully him? Fuck. Probably so. Y'all would be the ones to, okay, his mom somehow get to the sister's house and beat her child again. And y'all be the ones that, if she was unalived before she could do that, be like, oh my God, yeah, we need to bully this child for the rest of his life. Y'all would be the ones to do that. I'm not saying I hope that happens, even though I don't care what happens to that bitch, because anyone who treats their child like that deserves to get fucking beat like that 10 times worse too. That's what I think. Oh, I know they would. That's what said they would. But I think that's what should happen. Just like that child was beat all them times, they should do the same thing to his mom like that. That child was begging God to help him. That shit, I can't even play it all for y'all because it's really sad. It is so fucking sad. Like, fuck that woman. Like, she belongs in hell. But she should first go to prison and get beat the fuck out of by everybody in there. Fucking 12-year-old. Because he didn't... Like, how about this? How about let's go get your child from next door and be like, you know, you didn't finish your chores, but let's take away something from him, or have a conversation with them. Or do you know that you should probably start from a young age teaching your child good habits? Like, you know how people are like, oh, your child should, it's a good thing to fear your parents. It's like a healthy fear. You see, I don't agree with that. I think that a child shouldn't you shouldn't make a child scared of doing something. You should teach a child why they shouldn't do something. Does that make sense? Like, instead of making him, I can't do that because my mom's going to beat me. I can't do that because A, B, C, and D. Like, I'm not saying that it's that easy, but to me, some people's first response is to just beat their child, and that's fucking disgusting. Like, I don't know. I think of like me having a struggle to get pregnant, and then you got this woman with 3 kids that she fucking beats. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? Anyways, I get so furious when it comes to people hitting their child and hitting their pets. If you hit a dog in front of me, I will literally kill you. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear everything you're saying. What you showed was definitely triggering for a lot of people because a lot of people in this chat have lived it. And I have to say, I'm really proud of you, Gypsy, because what you said needed to be said. I stand on the fact that Dee Dee had Munchausen by proxy. And some people aren't going to like that, but you didn't have to live it either. And there are more things out there that need our attention and our help than wasting our time with what's like tonight. The whole this is Gypsy's committed a felony and all this stupidity, man. No, stop it. Worry about something like the system is so broken, which is one of the reasons I decided to get into criminal justice. Not only that, but the fact that I love true crime. And I thought maybe I could make a dent somehow, just a tiny little dent. But we have a broken system here, man, and kids are falling through the cracks. Gypsy fell through the fucking cracks, and I don't care if you like it or not. And there are kids out there that need help and need a voice and need to be stood up for instead of wasting time on a 10-year-old case that is just regurgitated bullshit every day. It's just regurgitated shit that somebody said 2 days ago. You know,
And they've already admitted. They admitted that they're just trolling Gypsy. Remember, they said that the other day. None of this. This is just a big joke. We're just trolling Gypsy. They don't give a fuck about Dee Dee, so why the fuck you worried about what Gypsy has to say about her when it's not even, she doesn't even talk bad about her mom the way y'all say she does. And she can talk bad or good about her mom if she wants to.
Exactly. Do you think about all the power we have as women? Well, there's a few guys in the group. Hey, Rogie. Think about the power that we could have to make change, but it goes wasted. It goes wasted on stupid bullshit that's never going to come to fruition. I'm sorry, Fancy, that you're pissed off that you got proven wrong. Just get over it and move on, man. There's other stuff that needs our attention here. I got my carton of eggs ready, y'all. I got to say, man, I love some good egg on people's faces.
That's exactly why I said they was mad today. Like, they're just mad because they was shown that they were wrong. So now they have to create a narrative to fit their little story that they got going on.
Yeah, I'm an old school. I can't say the word on here because Bree told me before TikTok won't allow me. I'll say it in Pig Latin. I'm an old school Unky J. So, prescription pad, you got my attention. And yeah, I know what's legal and illegal about all that. So, like I said, we did our due diligence. And these videos are not coming down. They are not coming down. So you can copy them, turn them into whoever you want. They are not coming down. Not illegal, no felonies here, not coming down. Move on with it. We don't care. You know what? I do know from what I have seen and heard, and Gypsy's my friend, and I believe her. And if you don't like that, I'm sorry.
Didn't they admit Dee Dee had Munchausen by proxy the other night on the live? One of them fools did. Didn't they?
Well, someone in the comments said, you don't know, Sheena. I believe my friend. That's what I do know.
And you believe the evidence. I mean, you can, if they read it and take it the way it's supposed to be taken instead of like making it their own, then they would see it for damn self.
You know what's crazy? The people that are like, it's not really a prescription pad. Like Katie Dino, if you're still in here, Dino. It is. I don't know what makes you think it's not. If you're in the comments, I want you to tell me why you think it's not. It literally, like, did you see a picture of it? It tells you. Let me show you real fast, and then I'm in this, because not in a lot, but in that conversation, because
It literally says prescription, like in, what do you call that? Like a reflective thing on the back. You know what I'm
oops,
talking
let me
about?
turn this around. Yeah, it has the RX thing.
Not
Like
just
on a
the
check.
RX thing, but like it says
Watermark.
yes, the watermark. It says
Oh.
prescription security.
Oh, you see, so I already had them on these. Okay, so the reason you see all these different addresses is because this was a large hospital. A large hospitals with a bunch of specialty doctors. They had nurse practitioners. They have residents.
They also had
several
several
locations.
branch and locations throughout Kansas
Exactly.
City.
And this was very common, especially back then, to do this. This was and that's the reason there's a spot for all of that at the bottom. That's the reason. Okay, so you see it says allergies, diagnosis, age, name, address. Okay, refill number. Why would they have a refill number? What are you refilling? Like Fancy said, this is from medical equipment. Even if you got a prescription for a CPAP on this, what are they gonna do? You have 4 refills. You can get 4 CPAP. Like, come on, okay? Like, you can get 4 of them just whenever you feel like refilling that bitch. Just go, okay? So they got substitution permitted. I mean, yeah. And then right here, the prescriber's printed name. And that's top is the signature. Okay, and then dispense as written. So that's signature required, the date, but the DEA number is a number that you need if it's a controlled substance, and then the NPI number is, I guess, I forgot what that's called, but it's their number. So yeah, what else do you think this is? It's a
I have a question though about that. So I don't know. I'm not a medical professional. Maybe y'all probably done the research, but let's just say one of those doctors up there, like they retired or that facility is closed. So what the hell are you gonna do with a prescription pad for a place that's been closed for a decade?
Right. Well, you couldn't use this anymore anyway, because not only is it they redid them in 2012, they rebranded, but also because after, especially like Gypsy, well, I don't know, now she doesn't have Medicaid, but so after starting in 2008, anyone with so say even Dee Dee having this, say if she had this for a year, she had a year to do whatever she wanted with it, and she might never did anything with it, because after that, it would have a red flag would have, it would have been flagged. I mean, because Gypsy was on Medicaid, and that's where they started doing security more, like they got it was tighter security on people who had Medicaid.
But that's what I'm saying. So how dumb is it to try to call and report her for something when it's
exactly
nothing? You can use it to take down a phone number. That's about it.
And
I'm telling you, just having this gave, to me, in my opinion, gave Dee Dee a sense of like, I think anything she had, like it helped her build her. How did I put it? I was writing down notes early because I was going to make a video, and I ended up just putting it in my drafts, and I probably won't even make it. But it was more of like, okay, so, oops, sorry. So Dee Dee loved medical props. She hoarded things like syringes, hospital forms, clinic notes, wristbands, papers with fake diagnoses on it that Gypsy didn't even have, old discharge papers, blank forms. Literally, she has so many blank forms that have nothing in it, just blank forms. Outdated prescription sheets, outdated prescriptions, empty prescriptions. Literally, like that. She lived for that shit. Okay, organized and binders of fake medical history. Yeah, it literally, that's one of the things I wrote, Sheena.
It's like the novelty of it.
One of the things I wrote on here, actually, I have it up here somewhere. Let me see. Where's it at?
You couldn't think of the words, but I was thinking that. I bet that's what she's thinking in my head, because
yeah, and I literally wrote that too. Watch, I put medical props equals power for Dee Dee. Dee Dee collected medical papers and all things medical, like a person collects souvenirs or pictures or fucking rocks. I don't know, whatever the fuck you collect, stamps, whatever. She hoarded all that shit, and a blank prescription pad would be like, oh, she like it, like authoritative, or something she shouldn't have, which she also was known for doing that. She literally had 10 warrants in Louisiana for credit card fraud and stealing people's checks. And there was a woman that Gypsy and her lived with that they found out, the daughter of this woman, I have the records on that here. It was one of the things I brought from Gypsy's house. She literally was trying to open up credit cards in this woman's name. So yeah, I believe just having it made her feel powerful. It made her look like she had more authority than she did, like to herself, you know. She carried around these giant binders with all her appointments in it, with all her fake ass shit up in it. I mean, Dee Dee spent a lot of time correcting doctors, even though she had been told by many other doctors that she was wrong about things, or that Gypsy doesn't have this, because she wasn't told in that way. But hold on. She recited these meds from her memory. She demanded procedures. She talked like a medical professional, and she worked in the medical field, so a lot of this came from the knowledge of that. Let's see what else I wrote. I put even if she never wrote on it, she could use it to show it to someone to look like official. She could use it as paperwork to impress. Like, when I say impress, I mean like charity workers, or she could have filled out ones, we don't know that, and used it as like to show neighbors or friends, or yeah, I gotta go, or even Gypsy, for all we fucking know, like her chemo shit. I'm not saying she did, but I'm thinking of all different things. She could have been like, this is for your chemo medication, even though it's really not. I'm not saying she did that, but there's so many different things. It gave her power, even if not with the doctors or at the pharmacy, even within her own home, her own self, her own community. She can flash it at appointments, showing recent orders. Like, say if she was going, she doctor shopped, she could have wrote one and scanned it with a different date on it and been like, this is one of the prescriptions she's had, this is something she's been on, because she actually was prescribed to multiple different seizure medications. And I don't know if y'all know this, but she was getting medications, the same medications, from multiple different pharmacies. And that's why she was stockpiling that shit.
Very true. Bree, I've got a quick question for you that maybe you could help me understand. But, the post that I put with, pictures of me when I was little that I had posted yesterday or whatever, some people in my comments are trying to say that I had leukemia. Like, they're like, you had leukemia? Bree, I never had leukemia. Like, what?
That's a fancy story.
Girl, your mom said you had leukemia when you were 5 years old.
But there's no, like, there's no, what?
To doctors, she said that, but to other, that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that your mom told different people different things. Like, the people that you were around, like in Missouri, thought you had cancer. Your doctors thought you had it when you were 5, and your family back at home, who the fuck knows what they thought?
They probably knew the truth. Like, my aunts and uncles on my mom's side and everybody, like, they knew that I didn't have cancer. And so, like, that's what I was wondering, is like, where is that even coming from that they're saying this? And I know, like, in the history and physical medical records, whenever you go for a pre-op, they ask you your history and physical, they take your vitals and all. Well, all that they have in, like, the medical records that even states leukemia or cancer is what my mom told the doctors. Yeah. There's no test results. I was on no medication for cancer, chemo, or any other kind of cancer. Like, where are they, I was just like, where is this even coming from that you're so, like, you had cancer, you had leukemia? Like, no, I didn't. Like, what?
She's wrong about a lot of things. Just like she said, the first time you ever shaved your head was that stupid fucking picture of you in the sink. When we found the picture, you found the picture of when you first shaved your head, and it was at an event before Katrina. She also said that she also was wrong tonight on a live about Habitat for Humanity. She said that
Bree, I know the haters are gonna correct you or call you out on this. You said I shaved my head. They're gonna clip that.
Oh God, no. Well, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like you should, like the first time you shaved your head, meaning the first time you got it shaved.
Mm-hmm.
Should I show the picture of?
So what I wanted to say while Bree's looking for what she's looking for, what I wanted to say is the state police and the DA will want somebody to answer for this false reporting once this comes out what it is. Like, because they're gonna look into it, right? But then they're like, y'all reporting something that y'all knew wasn't a state of Louisiana prescription pad and wasn't a even active prescription pad because you could see the date on the bottom of it. So y'all are wasting our time and resources. They're gonna want somebody to answer for it, and I hope they go after whoever started this shit.
I
I
hope they
pulled
go
the
after Fancy so she'll have a warrant in Louisiana and Missouri.
Yeah.
I pulled the screenshot, and yeah, it is illegal to do what they're doing, to use up resources that are needed to make false reports. This is not illegal. Ray and I both
And
dug
look
in
at
to
her. She's
make
so
sure that
excited.
it wasn't. So it just is what it is.
And look
Let
how
the chips
excited she
fall,
looks.
I say.
So excited. Look at her. She's
She's
like,
hold on. So she's right about the. I have to say this. I have to say it. She is right about the statute. She is right about the statute. But you have to have an
what
active
statute?
prescription pad. You have to have an active prescription pad, like a prescription pad you could go to the store and use right now.
Right. Right. And you have to, and it
Like,
has to be something that you know, okay, that they know that you stole with the intent to write prescriptions with it. They know, okay, Gypsy literally got a plea deal because of the shit that her mom did. So, and this was found in paperwork inside of pictures, paperwork that belonged to her mom. And how do we know this? Because it was literally like her mother's mortgage payments, her mom's credit card bills, her mom's medical bill, like stuff like that.
yes.
Why would she have it
So,
right there?
so I don't. That's what I'm saying. She can
I know.
I posted it on my page, Rogie. It's about intent. It's not illegal to have what
like
Gypsy
it's not.
has.
It's irrelevant. It's
It is. They're
irrelevant.
stupid. They're
As long
so.
as she's not pulling a Becca Scoop, she's good.
Well, and Fancy was wrong about the Habitat for Humanity home too. She said that after this murder, they took it back and then they recently sold it. That's not actually what happened. Actually, one of the he was on the he was a part of the Greene County Sheriff Department. It's what they do is, God, I remember I looked into this like way a long time ago, but I'm gonna try to remember as best I could. Basically, like they hire someone to be like a representative of the state, and then this is the person that like watches over it, blah blah blah, and then they eventually sold it to someone. It never went back to Habitat for Humanity. They pretty much like
Yankee
settled with the court.
Yankee Cajun, you are right. That is stolen property. It was stole 10 to 15 to possibly 20 years ago. Do you not get that? Can that not sink into your brain that that's how
Yeah,
long
Dee
ago that
Dee. Stolen property by Dee Dee.
that's how long ago that pad was stolen? Does that can that not sink into your brain?
Like, y'all are trying to blame a minor for something that her mother did.
I literally just found it. Like I've almost been out of prison almost 2 years, and I'm just now getting to go through a box of old photos.
And then Fancy's like, it's because I was talking about it last week. Bitch, you've been
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I found some of my baby teeth in an envelope. Should I call the
Just
police
to
on my
prove to
mom?
y'all. Look, Rod is bringing all the containers of pictures to Gypsy to see them when he gets off of work. They are at the shipyard in Homa, so he's coming home every night. This was Friday. This proves that Gypsy literally just got those in her possession. And they think all of the okay, your pictures that did you have all your pictures at Ryan's house or just like one container of them? Like what did you have at Ryan's?
I had all of them at Ryan's when I had my parents, Dad and Kristy, bring them to me at Ryan's, and then
You never did get to go through them.
I never went through them. Life just got to be so hectic that I never sat down, and I knew once I went through them, it would be putting me through a lot, and of course, that night I had nightmares, and so it's I knew that was gonna happen, but I needed to find those pictures. And I mean, they're not just boxes. They're not little boxes or whatever. These are huge storage bins. You keep your Christmas tree and your Christmas decorations in. There's 3 of them, 3 or 4 of them. And so I've been going through thing is when I picked it up, I immediately started recording because I'm this looks weird. My first reaction was bruh, is this a prescription pad? What the fuck?
Oh, and also, people were saying that your dad and Kristy illegally went inside the house. No, they didn't. They went through they went to get whatever they could have, of things that Gypsy may have wanted. Like, for example, her pictures. They even got Dee Dee's sister a few things of Dee Dee's. So they went through the proper authorities to go there. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, they just found the house and just broke the fuck in and was like, fuck it, it's a free-for-all.
You know what you should do, Gypsy? You should shut them all up. You should walk into the police station and say, look, I found this in the tote of my mother's belongings. What do y'all want me to do with it? Will I get in trouble for having this because my mother stole it? And laugh in all their faces.
I know, I should.
Yep, you should.
I know, film it.
And then shut it all up. Shut it all down. Can't say nothing
else. You have to just call an officer to my house and be like, hey, I need to, talk to you about something. I need an officer to come to my house so I can, give this to you. So.
Yep, and say, here, officer, my mother stole this.
Yeah, it was in a box. It's
all they would say is that the Blanchards paid the police officers. That would be the next story.
No.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous because
don't give them shit.
They don't take it for what it is. This, if it shows you anything, I mean, the closet alone. That's why, Rogie. You know how Becca Scoops was trying to tell the FBI agent that the only thing in the closet was inhalers and blah blah blah. That's literally not true. So I got from a video, I was able to get a closer look, and let me tell you all that was in the closet. Okay, there was Keppra, which is seizure medication. There was lidocaine. Okay, so this is some medication I can't think of with high confidence. Okay, so lidocaine plus. Some of these are over the counter, but some of them's not. Let's see. Colgate Aura Base. So that's fast relief canker and mouth sores. So kind of like Oragel, but Simply Right Omega. Let's see, Children's Pain Relief, Ensure. They had multiple oral antibiotics, Moxilin, Azithro, I don't know how to say that, Cefdinir, I don't even know, Bactrim. It's 4 different antibiotics, oral steroids, so Prenzidone, however you say that, or often blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see. They had, I don't even know what this is. Compounded or prescription pediatric formulas, whatever that is. Let's see. so beside Keppra, she also had diazepam for seizures. So she was on multiple medications, then Tegretol, 3 different medications for seizures. Pedialyte, infant drops, like gas drops, vitamins, internal feeding bags, a nebulizer, oral dosing syringes, catheters, gloves and sterile pads, Suprep, which is a bowel prep medication, Lansoprazole, whatever, GI medicine, antibiotic boxes, so more antibiotics. Let's see, more Keppra. Yeah, there was y'all, if y'all listen to any of that, go look up those medications and go find out what the side effects are. You'll be amazed. And then they had also, let's not forget the inhalers, the nose sprays. So I don't know what Becca Scoops was talking about because it sounds like there's a little bit of everything up in there. She said it was the whole narrative. It's mostly over-the-counter medication. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's literally not. Like, I don't know why she said that, but that's what's so annoying. It's like, I hate this thing, like, oh, this narrative, like, literally, like, you cannot see those. You have to go to a video in order to see a clear picture of that. And this is me. I put it into here so it can identify all the medications for me because some of them I couldn't even read out that good. But you know, it can be able to pick it up. But I'm telling you, go look up the side effects for those. If that's going to tell you something. And not only that, but her mother had empty containers, old prescriptions. She hoarded this stuff because anything medical she hoarded. It was a point, and that's why her having a prescription pad, it doesn't mean she was writing prescriptions. It doesn't mean that at all. Like, someone who is, their life is immersed in this shit, it's like a sense of power almost. It's like she did it because she could. And I don't know, it just, she didn't need to write prescriptions, to be honest. Fancy was right about that. She had multiple prescriptions, the same exact ones, going to multiple pharmacies. Like multiple, and she had a notebook literally of the dates that each one of these had to be picked up, and she would stockpile all of that shit. And who knows why? Was it to over medicate? Was it to just to have it? Was it because she had a mental illness? Probably, but no, instead people villainize her. Like, y'all are the ones villainizing her when you're like malingering. That, like, if somebody was using their child just for monetary gain, that would be that would be really sick. Whereas, at least the Munchausen by proxy claim, which did not come from Mike or Kristy, it came from her fucking doctor, multiple doctors. It humanizes her. It gives a reason behind why she would do this to her child. It means that Dee Dee also fell through the cracks. That's what it means. When y'all sit there and say, malinger, con, y'all are the ones dogging her.
The Keppra, you guys, has strong side effects. For one, it saved my daughter's life. It opened her airways to stop apnea seizures. So I'm very thankful for that med. But the diazepam is my daughter's emergency med. Like, if she's having a 3 to 3 minute seizure, and I have it 2 different forms. One, that diazepam that goes through the nose, or a diazepam that goes rectally. You know what I'm talking about. And I've only had to use that emergency med 1 time in my daughter's life, and I'm telling you, that is the strongest seizure med that I've ever experienced with my child. It did open her airways, but it knocks you out. My daughter was like really lethargic. What's the word? Like, not, there you go, for like 24 hours in the hospital after this. Not just from the seizure, because she has so many seizures a day.
Well, isn't it crazy that she was prescribed to that when no doctors had ever seen actual activity of a seizure before?
Yeah, that's insane. Yes. I'm sorry. Like, my daughter has 6 to 19 seizures per hour on the hour. She cannot go to school due to how many seizures she has. Like, it's insane amount. But my daughter has, like, scar tissue on the brain. So her brain is, when she was born, it has never been normal. She was born that way. We knew before she was born. But the seizures, they were like, oh, We had to fight to get an EEG for her though. For a 1 hour EEG. We had to fight for a month to get one. So for them to put an EEG on Gypsy and for it to never show anything, like, is insane for them to prescribe anything, to keep her admitted in a hospital with no, like, I don't know, abnormal spikes even. At least that.
It's so crazy.
And, and the prescription pad, you guys, you ever think why Gypsy and Dee Dee had so many wheelchairs in the house? You need a prescription for wheelchairs. You need a prescription for formula. You need a prescription for oxygen. And you have to renew it constantly or be seen by a doctor, like, for that prescription. And, like, back in the day, I don't think they had the same laws like they do now. You cannot get a new wheelchair, but once every 5 years. That's it. Unless you grow out of it. And it goes to the max size. Other than that, you can, back in the day, I bet you she had so many wheelchairs due to the prescriptions her mom was doing.
And I don't know for sure. Okay, the thing is, one thing I will say is that if she got this in 2007, she only had 1 year to use it, if she ever used it. Because after that, in 2008, is when they started having stricter laws on people on Medicaid. And that's why, like, when we posted that, it wasn't to say, look, 'cause she was writing prescriptions. It was just to show, like, it lines up with her psychologically. Like, even if she never used it, someone that was like her psychologically would absolutely steal a prescription pad if they had the chance. If it was
Megan, the special wheelchairs for actual special needs children where it reclines and leans back. You need a prescription for those wheelchairs. You can't just get one. Those are made for the children. They even get their names on them. Like Gypsy had her name. My daughter has her name on hers. Those, you can't get those in a hospital. You're talking about the rent a wheelchair or the wheelchairs in hospitals. Those are not the same thing.
Kelsey, I have a receipt that says that the last wheelchair that I had cost $14,000, and I have that paper receipt that I found in that box of all, like, my mom's bills and stuff like that. Really, I found that because I think she paid for, like, one of the features on it. I can't remember what it was.
Probably the light up wheels or something, because back in the day, now you can get that for free with insurance.
Okay.
But back in the day, they probably were like, oh, you want extra things like the name on it?
Right.
They allow you to do that. She could have paid extra for that.
Right.
Glitter on them. Like, you could do so many things to them. Like bedazzling them. But now Medicaid does cover it, you know?
Okay.
Well, that's cool.
My daughter's sleep safe bed also took a prescription, was $10,000 for a seizure bed. Like, I'm shocked your mom didn't get one of those, but they may not have been made yet. I bet you she would have jumped on
it. Hospital beds. Like, I never had just a normal bed for my room. She always found hospital beds at, like, I don't know, she would call different people up, like, asking
what about
about
the last one you had? That was a
beds,
hospital bed?
Yeah. So there's a process. I don't know if it's the same then and now, but you have to get a medical necessity form, a prescription, like justification on why you need this medical bed. Like, there's so many steps and hoops you have to jump through now than what there was. I can't get my daughter a new mattress for her medical bed without a prescription, and I have to send the insurance company photos of the damaged bed.
Yeah, it's so different.
It's so difficult now to do anything for special needs kids. It's insane. Like, and I don't know, it's so frustrating.
Well, the sad thing is some people are still able. A lot of people, I hate when people say, like, no, there's no way a doctor would do this, a doctor would do this. Sadly, there is a way. There are people that, I mean, there was that case, I think you sent this in the Gypsy. There was a little baby, I mean, I don't know how old she was, but she was actually going through cancer treatments, and they come to find out she didn't even have cancer.
Wow.
Like, how does something like that happen? It happens, though. That's the thing. It happens. Sadly, it fucking happens.
But if nobody ever did it, medical malpractice wouldn't even be a definition. So that's stupid to even say.
Right.
Well, I think that's why now you have to jump through so many hoops to get anything for special needs kiddos. Honestly, I think the laws changed due to so many situations, not necessarily like Gypsies, but I don't know, something had to have changed. Like, something changed because it's so hard to get things now. Like,
Can you tell me to come? I mean, I don't know why you would even be coming up. Why trying to come up on my panel? Like, I'm just so confused right now on why you even requested it.
She's been
My mom
requesting
was in
for
the
an
hospital a
hour.
while back.
What?
My mom was in the hospital a while back, and she went to the doctor the other day, and they was like, "Well, they gave you a breathing treatment in the hospital. Do you want to, a nebulizer?" And she said they didn't give me a breathing treatment in the hospital, and they was like, "Well, they got it in your records. You have one." So it's like they're not. They make mistakes, but they're not
Yeah.
perfect. I don't understand why people don't think that it don't happen because it
Exactly. I
does.
mean, that's like the notes I seen. It was so crazy. There was this nurse that whenever you come out of anesthesia, they come and check on you, and like so when they first checked on Gypsy, it was like no no moving no moving parts. I forgot what it said, and then it was and then they came back and it was like two moving was it limbs or parts? I forgot if they said limbs or parts, but and then it said four, which means arms and legs. And it's like if they, and I know sometimes nurses can have just like overload of work, who knows, but like even right there in that moment to like see Gypsy's hands, I mean arms and legs moving, and they never said anything. They just marked it like all four moving parts, whatever it says. And I just happened to notice that when I was looking through, and I was just like, that's what I mean by fall through the cracks. I mean, every little possible, there were things that could have saved Gypsy if somebody would have caught it, and it's just, some things were obviously innocent. Nobody purposely was like, I'm just going to ignore this. Well, some people did purposely ignore it, and not maliciously, I don't think, but I mean, there were family members that did. They even said, they were scared to approach Dee Dee because she, would just become very distant, or, yeah, just like doctors, like that one doctor said, he remembered them. She remembered them as patients that like when the mom wasn't happy about something, they would move to a different city or go to a different hospital, and that's a huge red flag right there, and yeah, it's just people like overlook things like that. And that one man, the one that actually reported Munchausen by proxy in the medical records, he was like, Gypsy was like, almost like a little celebrity at the hospital. He was like, nobody, I mentioned it to a few people, nothing came from it. And, he's like, I never thought to report it because he just thought it would get shut down because, unfortunately,
Hey, I wanted to jump in if I could. I'm traveling, so I hope you guys can hear me. Two things, Gypsy, I wanted to say earlier, I was listening. If you wanted to, you could take that pad and take a pen and put a big old huge X on each sheet and throw it away. But me personally, after these threats made, I'm too stubborn. I'd have it right in my hand and say, bitch, come for me. And secondly, there's some people in the comments that want to know if you're okay discussing all of these things, or does it trigger you?
I mean, I personally, like with the prescription pad, when I found it day before yesterday, I was kind of like, oh wow, like I was kind of like, I heard about it, but to like see it, and then a little while later I just started like processing, and then I just got angry, and that's when I made the video that I posted. And so like I apologize to like anybody in the medical field. Like, I'm sorry if I come across, or I came across as like rude or definitely like accusing, but I'm like processing right now. And like my sister's in the medical field, and when I knew that she was training to become a nurse and everything, I told Kristy, I'm like, I think Mia's gonna be the only nurse that I like. Because it's like for a long time I've had like this resentment towards doctors and nurses. When I was in prison, I didn't even like go up to medical very often unless I absolutely needed to. Like I had an upper respiratory infection, or I had to get a pap smear or something like that. Or unless like I was called for a routine checkup or whatever. So looking at it, I'm just going through the emotions because it's like whenever I open a box from the past, it's literally like a time capsule. And it's taking me back to that time. I don't enjoy it. Like I stayed up until midnight that night. Usually I go to bed about 7. And I'm like, Ken was like, "Are you coming to bed?" I was like, "No, I don't want to do this more than once. So I'm going to get it done tonight." So, yes, it is triggering. And that's why I don't like looking at stuff like that. I leave the past in the past for a reason. I'm not worried about the threats and, people calling the cops on me. Like, I didn't steal it. So, and it's a 10, 15, 20-year-old prescription pad. Like, it's just a piece of paper now. Like, but you're right, Sheena. Like, I probably will just mark an X on it, flush it. Like, I think flushing is probably a good idea.
Shred it. That's what I seen somebody say. Shred it.
Like, shred it, flush it.
Don't flush it. You're gonna need a plumber if you do that.
Burn it. Like
Let's
that disagree here. That's a piece of evidence. I
You
disagree.
should write all these people some psych
Piece of
meds.
evidence.
Mail it to Fancy.
I think you should write 10 individuals some psych meds.
Becca would probably give you money for it.
No, I'm gonna do the responsible thing, guys.
I wouldn't get rid of it because I'm too stubborn. I'd be like, "Come for me, bitch! It's right here in my hand."
Oh, I'm not afraid. I'm not
I know
afraid.
you're not.
I know. Hospitals use
That's just what I would do. Is what I'm saying.
Can I
Okay.
take it in my possession, Gypsy? I'll go get it tomorrow. Can I take it into my possession?
Why are you asking on a live right now, Rose?
No, send it to Fancy. We're going to set up Fancy. Get that. She's wanted. Now she's going to have a felony. Like they call it.
I'm already a felon.
He's already
We're
is a
gonna be
felon.
getting Rogie bonded out. He's gonna go around Becca Scoops and don't give him that pad.
Don't give it to Becca.
No, you need to sign it and say, "I know you've been longing for this, Fancy. Love, Gypsy."
Don't you have it around Becca Scoops, damn
I
it.
know. Becca's going to be.
Send me an
We
autograph.
gotta be responsible,
Becca's at a party.
guys.
Oh, you could sell autographs on it. That was good, Ray.
I think that was a trigger. Man, when you posted them, man, Becca was like the good old days.
Oh my god.
Remember when?
You remember when?
She was probably like, "Girl, don't throw that away. You know what I could do with that?
Yeah,
I
I'm
could
gonna
be,
use it as
I could be
toilet paper.
twice removed.
See?
I could be twice removed, nurse."
Writing them scripts in November.
I'm gonna use it as toilet paper.
Where's my slides? I'll put them in Becca Scoop's purse. Who is that? That's that woman that's not even a nurse. Becca has twice as many viewers. Oh, I don't give a fuck. You think I care? That's like I'm actually.
She has twice as
embarrassed
many
for
psych
people.
problems.
She's literally. Oh Lord, yeah. You know what? I wish she would have never said that. She has twice as many viewers, which means that there's that many dumb people in the world.
After Gypsy, Becca has nothing. After Gypsy, Becca has nothing.
I can't even lie, you guys. I did not know there was 700 and something people in here when I was on here, so I'm like
Well, don't worry. There's more on Becca's.
shaking now. So there are red flags with the medications that Gypsy was taking or was prescribed. I wanted to explain that. So I can give an example of my daughter because the 2 meds are the same meds that Gypsy was prescribed also is considered an orange flag. So an orange flag is not as dangerous, but in the middle zone. So albuterol and clozapam or clozapine or whichever y'all want to call it, it's the same thing. That's an orange flag. So basically, if Gypsy took those 2 close together, her heart rate was raising with one and the other was trying to slow down the heart, which could cause like any heart issue known to mankind. But that's an orange flag. And that's one example I can give off her meds list because my daughter also had the orange flag with those. You have to keep them like separate hours. Like I'm talking like if you do albuterol, you cannot give this other med for like 6 hours to keep the orange flag down, more on a yellow. So that is that.
Is
I'm
it
sure there
asthma?
was way more red flags than that with her medications.
Yeah, she's saying like combined, Pink Lady. And then but it also says in her records that she didn't even have asthma.
Yeah, so albuterol raises the heart rate. Yes, it's for asthma, but if she also was on seizure meds, as she was, a lot of those counteract with each other, causing orange or red flags.
All you
Depending
have
on
to
what
do
they
is
are.
look it up. I looked it up, and
That's
it
what
is
I did too. And I told the doctor, I was like, hey,
insane.
this is an orange flag. Why is my daughter on both of these at the same time right now? And they're like, you have to gap it. But I had to ask. They don't just tell you. And I'm like, why didn't y'all tell me this instead of like, you know, like I don't want no orange flags for my child. You know, I'm trying to help her live as long as possible. So I didn't play around with that.
Prednisone, however you say it, is used to treat breathing problems, but not only that, I know other people that take it for other reasons. The thing is prednisone is a steroid. I'm telling y'all, if y'all remembered any of the medications I told y'all, if you look up the symptoms, you will be blown away by, the side effects. You'll be blown away at what side effects mimic so many of the things that Gypsy's mother tried telling doctors were wrong with her.
I'm pretty sure Gypsy had the prescription, same as my daughter is on now, Depakote or something like that, or Depakote. I don't know. I believe you said it before. It's like there's a generic word with the word acid in it now, but that one causes hair loss, like a drastic amount of hair loss.
That's
Did you say Depakote, Chelsea?
Yeah.
Or Kelsey? Sorry.
Yeah.
What's that for? Do you know?
Seizures. My daughter's on it. I know there's something acid. Valproic acid. There you go. That's the name of it. The generic form. But it starts with a D.
She could not be made terminal because of all the side effects on her
and
mental
those,
health.
you lose a lot of hair. My daughter's hair was so thick and now it's not.
Wait, what do you
They
mean,
gave that to
Sarah?
me when I got out of rehab. I took it for like a week and then quit taking it. It was years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the side effects on Gypsy's mental health, you're saying? Bree doesn't know because she wasn't there.
You know, a huge red flag. All right, you guys, I'm not trying to take over this live. I bet you Gypsy has a normal size shoe right now. That is a huge deal.
Oh, yes. Can I address that, please?
Okay. Sorry, hi, Gypsy.
There's like this whole like following of people that are obsessed with my feet.
Oh my god.
And they're like obsessed with what size I am. And so they had like a picture from the Habitat House of like my braces. My
AFOs.
braces
AFOs.
with the shoes on it. Okay. It was like a size 7.5 or whatever, because it had to be bigger to fit the brace and socks and stuff like that. My shoe size is a 5.5. Like I could fit a 6 in like boots, but I'm a 5.5 in sneakers. So I just wanted to address my shoe size. And for a long time, I didn't know my shoe size. So I just want to let people know that.
So the reason a lot of people wonder is because we'll take my daughter as example again, has never bared weight on her feet ever. Okay? So her feet right now are smaller. She's 10 years old, almost 11. Wait. Hold on. I have 4 kids. Hold on. Let me. Yes, she's 10, not 11. Okay, sorry. I was thinking, okay. Anyway. Good gosh. Okay, my 4-year-old daughter is in a size 6 toddler, okay? Now, my daughter Bailey is not even in like a 3.5, 4. She's like infant size feet because she's never bared weight. So for you to have normal feet and them growing normally, besides your calf muscles, there should have been none to show, you know, but you had muscles. That was a huge red flag. They should have caught that. But for your feet to be growing normally for your age and you not be able to bear weight, as they say, is insane they didn't catch, because your feet do not grow. Your feet, your muscles do not form. Your feet do not grow. So my daughter is 10 years old with baby feet. Wow. And that's just an example I wanted to throw out there. Sorry, you guys, for ranting. I can mute now.
That's just like, When your daughter, has your daughter been on a feeding tube?
I fought, oh my God, I fought to never get one. Okay, so she got placed on a feeding tube when she was, hold on, 1.5 years old. Yes.
Okay, so never mind. I don't have a question because it was so crazy because a lot of people said that Gypsy was put on a feeding tube because she couldn't swallow and stuff, blah blah. Do you know her swallow study wasn't taken until like 5 years after her feeding tube was placed?
That's insane because if you want the best for your child, who wants to put their kid on a G-tube? I sure as heck did not want my daughter on a G-tube. I was feeding her with the feeding bottle the best I could. I thickened it to the way that I could to get her to help it slide down her throat. Come to find out, for 1.5 years of my child's life, because I leaned her down, whatever I worked with my child, how to explain, the failure to thrive was going to happen anyway, because it would take 2 hours for her to eat just a feeder bottle of just a concoction of a special potent formula that they had to help. Oh my God, I don't know the name of it right now offhand. It's been years. Just a formula and oh my God, the cereal stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about, to thicken it up. But anyway, the swallow study proved that I was skipping gravity gravity was helping it go over my daughter's tongue to get down into her throat, because my daughter cannot move her tongue at all. Swallow study showed that.
And that was before she got a feeding tube?
That was before she got it. Yeah, I request you legally have to get a swallow study before you get a G-tube place, no matter what. But I was fighting the G-tube.
Well, it must have been different then. She never got a swallow study until 5 years after the feeding tube was put in.
Yeah, that's insane to me.
There's so many things, and it's like, how can people ignore this stuff? That's why that's the reason for me. It's like, other than I want to debate Becca Scoops, but she won't do it. Other than that, like, I refuse to argue with people anymore about this because it's so in their face. It's so fucking dumb to like. It's like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's not worth it. These people just want to believe what they want to believe, and like, okay, believe what you want. You know, okay. Imagine. Okay, so there's a picture that Gypsy sent me the other day. She's laying in not a hospital bed. She's laying in her bed at her house or something. Okay, and I thought this was odd. Maybe it's just me, but okay. So what is it called? The feeding tube that you had to put in before you put the other before you put the G tube, the peg. The peg. Which we said it was called, Gypsy.
Peg tube.
Peg tube.
Yeah,
okay.
We never had that either.
Okay, so that was put in first, and there's just this picture, and I find it so, I don't know, I think it's an odd picture. She's laying there in the bed, and her mom takes a picture of her, but like that part of her shirt's just like lifted up. It's like almost like, let's get a picture of your, I don't know. I just found that to be super, I don't know. It was just something weird about it, just because it wasn't like Gypsy was in a hospital bed. She didn't look sick or anything. She was just laying there smiling, and it was like just that part of her shirt was lifted. I don't know. It was like for show, you know, and that's the way I see it. And you can't tell me any different because Gypsy got that shit taken out right when she got to prison, and she's fine. And she had it her damn near most of her time with her mom. But I don't know, I just thought it was so weird. It wasn't even the final one. It was the one they put in. And she was just, it wasn't like she was in a hospital or anything. She was at home. And it was just like I don't know. That's the way I look at it. It's like a prop almost. Like, smile for the picture of you with your peg tube.
So, Gypsy has a chromosome issue, right? That's what everyone's thing is.
Yeah.
Now listen to this. So when my daughter went in, she was eating by mouth. Like I said, I was feeding her laid down. Like, you're not supposed to do that, but it was skipping gravity, you know, and it was working. Did you know if you have a chromosome issue, like a learning issue, and they don't allow you to eat when you get that surgery, okay? Now, anyone with a delay, like a huge delay due to the chromosome issues, if you stop someone from eating for even a day to 2 days, which they did to my daughter, they stopped her from eating or allowing me to feed her for 2 days. My daughter was unable to eat ever again by mouth, ever. Neurologically, your brain forgets in that short amount of time because you're so delayed. If you put a child who has a chromosome issue, like severe, I'm talking severe medical,
Like severe, like your mom would have to take care of you for the rest of her life, not like
Yeah,
a mom
yes,
where you
yes,
can move
yes.
out the fuck out your fucking
Yes.
house. Yeah.
So if you put a person on oxygen like too high for too long and they have a neurological issue, they can permanently be dependent on that oxygen for life after that. I'm so scared. Oh my god, that is a fear of mine. Like when my daughter is sick, she does need a teeny bit of oxygen, but I'm so scared of one day she just waking up and being fully dependent, you know? And that scares me to death. But the point of it is obviously Gypsy is normal. You can also be normal with the chromosome issue. My daughter has a duplication, not a deletion. And everyone acts like that doesn't even exist because they only know about Gypsy's deletion.
Yeah.
Barely know about it even. And it's like they just try to category, like, not learn everything they should before just
Just like they think, okay, these people think just because something's rare that it means it's like do you know that having one green eye and one blue eye it's rare? That doesn't mean that you're like it doesn't mean it's like, oh my god, it's rare, so it must be, because the way like Bexy said, she's like a rare chromosome, like, okay, like just because it's rare doesn't mean that it's like this deadly, like, oh my god, bound to a wheelchair for the rest of your life, can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, rare doesn't always mean like this bad, dangerous thing. It just means it's rare. It just means that there's not a high percentage of people that have it. That's all it means. Rare, that's simply what rare means. But the way they say it is in like this negative, like horrible way. And to be honest, like I did a lot of research on Gypsy's microdeletion, and I've been in that Facebook group and stuff, and you know, talked to people, and physically, like the problems that people experience are very rarely physically. It's mostly like it might be behavioral things like ADHD, or they might have autism, or they let's see, I mean, it's like it's not, nobody, I never met anyone who was in a wheelchair, by the way. It's not something common at all with the microdeletion, with her microdeletion. People that have microcephaly, it's very unrecognizable almost. Like Gypsy's small, so it's like she's kind of proportionate in my opinion, you know? Yeah, it's just, it's, I don't know, it's nothing that would keep you bound to a wheelchair and living with your mother for the rest of your life, you know? And people can't seem to understand the difference between sick and having a disorder. Like your daughter, I mean, I don't know, your daughter case is a lot different, but like, is your daughter sick every single day?
Yes, so basically my daughter caught a virus in the womb. And she caught it really early from me. I got sick, and so she was fighting this virus off. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to tell you guys. Y'all can Google it. All 617 people in here. You know what? Spread awareness, right? Okay. My daughter has CMV. Okay. People don't like speaking about this very common thing that affects pregnant women. If you get this virus when you're pregnant for the very first time in your life, okay, it can make your child be extremely special needs. Like, my daughter is deaf. My daughter is legally blind. My daughter does have the microcephaly, the head, the small head. Her head is 14 centimeters around, to be exact. She is 100% quadriplegic, cerebral palsy, extreme cerebral palsy. G-tube fed. I got a whole list. Hold on, there's more. Seizure disorder through the roof. It's 6 to 19 seizures every hour per hour. I have a train going by. Sorry, you guys. Hold on. Let me think.
It's
Well,
like if you're living the life,
that's plenty. That's
you're
plenty.
living the life that Dee Dee tried to present that she
Yes, that's what I was saying. Like, everything she wanted, I got it. I wouldn't wish that life on nobody. Sorry. I fought against the G-tube. I fight against the double hip surgeries. I fight against everything. I just want her to be happy. That's it. And she's nonverbal. She can't speak. Gypsy and Bree and Gypsy helped answer questions for me that I've had my whole life. Well, 10 years with my daughter. And like, Like, does the water temperature of the G-tube doesn't matter? Like, if it's too cold, you can feel that. Gypsy explained that. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll make sure I keep it at room temperature. Like, you know, like, I didn't know that. Hospitals don't explain that, you guys. Really, they don't explain nothing. They do 10 of these surgeries in a day and boot you out in 48 hours. That's it. Like, oh.
Dude, every time you say that, it just hits me so hard. Like when you say, like, and that's what I wish people would grasp it like that. Like, everything that she wanted was everything that I wish I didn't have. And
my daughter was diagnosed with CMV infection inside the womb. It does affect pregnant women. So basically, it's very common in daycares, hospitals. If you've had a surgery, you 90% have already had this infection. It's like the common cold. It's so common. But if you catch it when you're pregnant for the first time in your life, that is when it can hurt your baby. And you can Google it on this app. It is real. And that's what my daughter has. On top of that, double whammy, chromosome duplication.
Mom, can I have some of your fish?
Yeah, go ahead, bud. Go eat. Close the door. Like, imagine, like, my 8-year-old and my 17-year-old and my 4-year-old, all they want to do is hang out with their sister, and they can't go play with her. She can't lift her arms to itch a scratch, you guys. Like, yeah, this is the dream, Dee Dee. Like, it's fucking not. It's not. I wish I can let my daughter taste things and live a life. Like, I would give my life to allow my daughter to live her life. It's not fun. And then I sit there and I have to blame myself because I got a virus when I was pregnant. Like, that's not okay. Because you could be normal with chromosome duplication that she has. You could have been she could have been normal with that. And she would have just had that. She could have been normal. Her chromosome literally says she's hairy and a flirt. Those are her diagnoses, by the way. Those are the like, oh, and maybe she would need some tutoring. I could handle that. 100%. Bring it. But no, she's on the extreme spectrum of it all. Her genetic person, I don't even know what his name is. He literally canceled seeing her because he couldn't say, I don't know if this is due to her chromosome duplication or if it's only CMV doing it. There you go. Like, I've had people quit helping with my daughter, like, completely quit. They're like, oh, her seizures are causing her to quit breathing. I'm sorry. Have a good day. I had to fight to get her a new seizure med and save her life. Like, people don't get it. I'm sorry. Like, this
don't be sorry. You are a good fucking mom. You are such a good mom. And
I wish I could be better. I wish I could, like, show her the world and things. My husband wanted to take her to the beach for years, okay? We finally took her one year, and she hated it. Like, my husband felt bad. She never got to experience things. We took her, and she hated the whole thing. She hated the sand, she hated the water, and she wanted to go home. Like, she's just happy being with us. Like, that's it. So, yeah, I'm gonna push off these surgeries. But guess what? She's getting every ml of formula she needs, every ounce of water she needs, every med on schedule. Like, I'm a good mom. I'll give myself that. And if it wasn't my husband and I, like, we are such a good team. And these kids, my other kids, have the purest hearts and will never pick on anyone because they know. They live it. I grew up in a time where you kept kids separated because they were in wheelchairs in school. Like, the special needs had their own hallway. That's illegal now. So I grew up fearful until I had my own child. You know? It's different now. And people still don't look at us. Yeah, we have tattoos, okay? But when my daughter was itty bitty in that wheelchair, oh God, I had people come up to say hi. But oh, when she's big, nobody gives 2 fucks. Nobody. They look at you and look at her disgusting. Like, we're like bad parents. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The looks are horrible. And that's even in the hospitals. People look at her different. But when she was a baby, everyone thought she was so cute and adorable. But oh, now that she's big and in a wheelchair, no. The looks are disgusting.
I'm so sorry, girl. Oh.
Sorry, I didn't even mean to get on here to rant. Right? I just wanted to defend Gypsy and help y'all out with what little knowledge I know.
Whatever you want. Don't be sorry at all. Like, I know it's so hard to talk about, as I can imagine. I mean, but
no, I don't talk
this story is so. I mean, it's really important to talk about it, and I'm glad that you do talk about it, because some people just don't realize like how hard it is to have that life. But like you're such a good mom though, and I never hear you complaining.
No, never.
I'm more. Just tell you love your daughter so much.
It would just be that like how hard it is to honestly even get wheelchair repairs. Like right now my daughter needs either a bigger wheelchair or B, wheelchair repairs. And I called them and asked them, and they're like, oh, that wheelchair repairs? No. Even with the prescription, no. You'll have to pay out of pocket for repairs, okay? But if I put in and she needs a bigger wheelchair, if she needs, I think she's got to need a bigger wheelchair. Something, she's not fitting in her wheelchair right. Imagine that being the only thing to take your child somewhere, even to doctors, and she's not fitting in it right. And they're like, either A, you're on a wait list to get it repaired because the only office is like 2 hours away. Like, why do you even travel here? Like, what's the point? It's so irritating, you guys. It's the little things. To get a mattress, my daughter peed on her mattress one day. I forgot a bed pad. I apologize. It took me, they're like, send a picture of the damaged mattress. I'm like, homie, it's not a damaged mattress. It looks normal. She peed on it. I'm like, why do you, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm fussing about a free mattress, but I don't ask for one unless I need it. Like, I don't abuse the system. My daughter has had the ability to get a wish since she was 1 year old. Since she was 1. I just signed up 2 years ago, and I'm still waiting for that for her. And I only did that because her medical got way worse all of a sudden. Again, and now we're in a good place again due to a new med again. Thank God, a new med. And I don't know. It's just so frustrating.
Right, and actually, speaking of that, like Gypsy had found, that's the thing, like you've been having the opportunity to do one since you're 1. Gypsy found a list printed out in that box of like all these different like organizations that do wishes.
Mm-hmm.
Like her mom was seeking for them.
Yeah, I've never in my life Googled how to do it until I didn't even. My daughter's on hospice, you guys. They're the ones who told us. She's been on hospice since she was 1. You can't graduate from hospice, but my daughter's not going to graduate from hospice because her diagnosis is unknown. Like, you never know. A common cold could wipe her out. Like, her seizure amount is so large, which seizure one day is just going to wipe her out. It's always a fear. So hospice was the one who was like, hey, you have a wish you can use. And my daughter's been on hospice since she was 1.5. And it's like, no, other kids can keep it. We'll wait. No. And then her medical got so bad. I was like, okay, we'll do it. And then now I'm on a 2-year wait list. And it's just, I don't know. I'm kind of over it. It's just the process. And that's what I was trying to explain. The process is so hard. You need prescriptions. You need hospice to give documentations. Hey, why she just is eligible for a wish. Like, it takes so much paperwork. Then they have to go to your pediatrician. Then they have to say, why does she need it? It's like so many, it's just so many hoops. She's approved. It's just waiting. It's always something.
Listening to your story, Kelsey, I always was sitting there thinking about how you're always so quiet, and you're just a mouse that just roared. And it makes me think about how people waste so much time on stupidity on this app when you really should just hug your babies and thank God that they're healthy. And one thing I wanted to say real quick, I don't remember if I was telling Gypsy or Bree this the other day, maybe both, but while it's on my brain, it's off subject. I was reading about MVP, and one of the biggest telltale signs is a feeding tube. Like most kids that suffer from MBP have a feeding tube. It's like the number one thing to go for, I guess. You know what I mean? But back to you, Kelsey. I just, God bless you, girl.
Thank you. And I
Yeah.
appreciate that comment too. That touched my heart. I appreciate it. Like, I don't talk to people. Like, people don't understand. Like, when I got in an argument with my cousin a while back, I was like, y'all don't understand the life I live. Nobody does. Like, it's insane. Like, I can't relate to people, like, on a normal level. Like, even Gypsy, her case touched me in a different way than other people. And that's what took me so long to understand. Like, the medical field is different then to now. And it's like, people just don't stop and listen. Like, if they knew all the medical I know. And moms don't fight to get G-tubes for no reason. You fight against them. That's what a normal parent does. I fought against that G-tube. I pushed it off. I tried to avoid it. I tried everything I could to not get that G-tube placed. Because when that happened, I was like, okay, what's next? And then, you know what was next? A surgery, a Nissen. Oh, great. So we're going to do 2 surgeries at once. Yay. So it just kept going after that. Like, it just, it's so, Don't stop.
And that one came because a lot of times they do it with the feeding tube, right?
Yes, because of seizures. Yep.
Yeah, because a lot of people say that Gypsy got that because of GERD, but no, they got when she got the feeding tube done.
It's a protocol surgery.
Yeah, see, everybody's like, it's a chromosome disorder. It's a chromosome disorder. Chromosome disorder, like, it is very rare for someone with the microdeletion that Gypsy has to get a feeding tube. And if that's rare, that means it's severe cases. Gypsy's case is not severe. It makes me so mad when Becca Scoops talks about this the way she does, because she calls Gypsy as being sick. Okay, there's a difference. Like, your child, like, she doesn't just have some disorders, you know? Like, she is actually, like, I mean, the things that she has causes her to be physically sick. Whereas Gypsy having, like, say, microcephaly, it doesn't make her sick. It's like they get confused between being sick and having a disorder, you know, like a strabismus. Strabismus doesn't make her walk around having diarrhea coming out of her fucking ass. Like, it just gives her a lazy eye, and you can correct it. You can try to correct it. And so when they sit there and say Gypsy was a sick child, I'm like, y'all don't fucking know what y'all must not know what a sick child looks like. And then there's people like you that come on here that I know, like, you asked questions and you got to know, and look what you go through every single day, but you still, you know, and know there was so much, I would be angry, you know, knowing, like, God, this woman, like, was able to con all these things for her daughter, but I'm over here, like, fighting to barely get anything.
In the comment, Bree, where someone said, do you qualify for a home health nurse? Yes, you know what? I answered her, I had one home health nurse for like 3 months when I was pregnant with my son, and I instantly fired her. You know why? I don't trust people with my kid.
I don't blame you.
I don't trust people. I don't like people changing her diaper besides me. I don't trust like that. It's a trust thing. I have people who come in the home. Don't worry, you guys. I do. Medicaid waiver works with Children's Services, you know. They come in the home every 6 months, I believe. And then Homebound was coming in my home, but procedures were so severe that her pediatrician actually gave her a year off of school. Mm-hmm. That's actually extremely rare, so if that doesn't tell you something, it's impossible to get your child out of school. It really is.
And yet, like, I don't know, I just have so much respect for you. The fact that you were just, like, willing, like, to listen, and you had actual reasons. Some of these people are just angry for no reason. Like, clout. If they're angry for, like, they rage bait. Whereas, like, you had a reason to have all the questions you had, you know?
Right.
Like, a legitimate reason, but you asked
and
those
Bree,
questions, and then you got to...
You answered my questions, and I instantly was like, you know, fucking what? You are 100% fucking right with this. I apologize completely that I even questioned anything I questioned, because me and you had such a good conversation. What was it, a year and a half ago?
Right, yeah.
It completely turned me around. Like, I was heavy into, like, I needed answers. Like, did Gypsy have a supply company come every month, like deliver to the door? How did she get her formula? Like, did they deliver? Or did, like, every month I just don't see Dee Dee being able to do all this on her own. For one, my daughter is 65 pounds. I'm only 5'2" and 140. Do you know how heavy this baby is? Oh my gosh. She is so heavy. So for her, like, that should have been there ain't no way. There ain't no way.
I know. And that's what's so sad. Like, just literally, like, the definition of falling through the cracks. Like,
And I'm hard-headed. I have not gotten a lift in my home. That's another reason I don't have a home health nurse, or I won't have a home health nurse anyway. I do not want that lift until I physically admit to myself I have to let go and give up, that I can't do it all on my own. And I'm not. I've filled out this paperwork one time, and then I denied it for myself. I was like, nope. When they called, I was like, nope, can't do it yet. Not ready. I can't give up yet. I gotta keep getting strong with her, you know?
yeah.
And it's like, y'all don't realize, for this lift alone, did Gypsy even have a lift in the home? Do you know how big that is? It's the size of a twin bed.
You had a lift for your van, right? For the van, I think. That scared the hell out of me.
I don't know what that was, but that was so cool.
Oh, they said that to Gypsy. I don't know if she's here right
You
now.
have to break down your wheelchair to be microscopic, like teeny. Like, I noticed that she had a small car at the time. Did Dee Dee break down that wheelchair and then put it all back together? Because that takes it takes me and my husband putting that thing back together, I'm not gonna lie. And my wheelchair was very similar to the one Gypsy has, or had, yeah.
I think she said that when she was in the, when they got the cube, that her mom would use the, not the electric one.
The one that broke down?
I guess the push one.
Yeah, so I have one that instead of Gypsy on the back, it says Bailey. And we have to break it down from the seat. The armrest has to come off. The wheels have to come off. The bars at the bottom have to come off. The handle at the top has to come off. And then you have to put all that back together before this doctor's appointment. Like, that's an insane amount of work.
I know in the corner
just had a question.
That was even smaller. Yeah.
Do people really think as short? I mean, I'm going to assume Dee Dee was short. She looks like she wasn't a very tall woman. And you can honestly see how tall Gypsy was even in that chair. Do people really think she picked that child up?
I didn't. Nope. Mm-mm.
That just, to me, like, you mentioned having to pick your daughter up. She's growing, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself, people really thought that woman did that?
I don't know. Now, especially if she had any health problems herself, no.
Right.
Being in perfect health, you have trouble picking. No.
Well, Gypsy, I don't know if Gypsy's still here, but how, when your mom got the cube, did she just get you as close to the car as possible and just kind of help you scooch? I wonder, because of neighbors and stuff.
Yeah, if you're really, like, fully dependent like that with your lower half not working, mind you, my daughter's arms and legs don't work. She's quadriplegic, but zero help. So even with half help, I still foresee that half being so heavy that she wouldn't have been able to do it, especially with a fully grown child, like older girl, No, my daughter's 10 and 65 pounds, and that's a lot of weight. Like,
right.
That is
well, probably Gypsy helping push off and stuff. I don't know.
Yes.
Because I guess Gypsy
might had to help.
She might be doing something.
But, like, that's still a lot to assume one person did. Like, Kelsey, you mentioned, like, you have your husband. So if you had help you needed, Dee Dee was one person.
I will admit that I have trouble with baths. Okay? My husband has to do the baths. I wash her hair at the sink. I can wash my daughter. My husband has to get her in and out of the tub. There you go. The tub is so low, like bending in with that bath chair and trying to get solid 65 pounds soaking wet out of a tub. And she's 4 foot long, mind you. No, I can't. I admit defeat on that.
And
My
before
husband
they all
has to get her out.
they're all screaming in another live. I think the Gypsy might have had a bath chair. I might be thinking of a different case. I don't know if she did or if she didn't. Okay, but still, I mean, Dee Dee didn't do all that on her own. I'm sorry. There ain't no way.
My daughter has a bath chair. What is that bath chair doing if Gypsy couldn't get out of the tub?
Exactly.
That is soaking wet, solid weight.
Yes.
No. It is so difficult.
Right,
I mean, I had to help my
exactly.
dad.
And to me, how even more confused. Okay, because it's one thing if your daughter your whole life, you're picking her up, and it's like, even if she knows she can walk, but like, imagine like your mom knows, like, okay, if she's making Gypsy get out of the bathtub herself and get into the wheelchair, like, how even more fucked up in the head with that, like, knowing that your mom physically knows that you can do it, but y'all don't talk about it. You just know that this is what you do. You get back in the chair. It's just. I don't understand how people.
You don't wish that on your kids. You want to see them play and have a normal life.
Right.
It's not okay.
That point you just made is really disgusting. If she did that, like, get out of the tub and get in the chair.
Oh, I'm the gingerbread. I'm the gingerbread after all. What? What did you say?
It makes her look more sick. It makes her look more sick.
Did they not have a chair in the home? Like, there's special needs chairs for you to sit in comfortably in the home. Like, you don't just leave a child in their wheelchair 24/7, Like, no. That's when you go out and about. What about the equipment inside the house? Did she have the special tomato chair? Did she have a pea pod chair? Did she have any of that? And if she didn't, that's a huge red flag. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would she not request those kind of things? Like, oh, my child just sits in a wheelchair 24/7. No, you got
coming in kind of late. What's going on?
Okay. Oh, okay. Hi, Gypsy.
Oh,
Did you have a special tomato chair or a pea pod chair or something else to sit in that is a medical
Thank you.
thing?
No.
That's a red flag because normally you don't just have a kid sit in a wheelchair 24/7 during the daytime and the nighttime they're in a bed. Like there's
that one's for you, Gypsy.
Yeah, that's a good
thanks.
point.
Thank you.
I don't know what that is, but I love that thing. What is
That's
that
what
thing?
we were asking. It's like a little it's called a diamond gun. But so this what they were asking. Okay, so when your mom did get the car and she had because was your mom able to lift you up, or did you have to because it's like how with the neighbors, or how would she get you into the car?
I got myself in and out of the car.
Without anybody seeing you? Y'all just was...
Well, first, I would transfer myself back and forth.
Okay. Basically get as close as you could to the car.
Yeah, like the wheelchair would be like up against the passenger and I would just get in.
Right. And that's what I was saying, like how fucked and I don't know, it's like when... It's like knowing, because you know how you always told me that it's nothing you and your mom ever talked about. It's just what was. It's like knowing that your mom knows that that's the part that I don't understand. I can't comprehend how others can't comprehend, like how just fucked up that is. Like knowing that your daughter could physically walk and know that she can just get up and get in, but you still are like, well, you got to get in the chair. And instead, people would rather say, oh, she was in on it with her. Like, no, nobody just wants to do that. Nobody just, wants to do that. You do it because it's what you know. And, yeah, that should have been a red flag, obviously, because your mom, it's very unlikely that... I'm not saying that nobody that is the height of your mom and the size of your mom couldn't lift. But I mean, it would be not likely that they're able to do that on their own, like Kelsey was saying. And so that is like but that's probably one of the things that she got a lot of it. Like, oh my God, you're such a great, like, you do this all right. That was like something that people praised her for, like doing it all on her own, if that makes sense, you know?
I think there was a clip, like she was able to pick me up for like a short few seconds, short period. There's a clip of it in one of the documentaries.
Yeah, she's putting you on that like hammock, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was able to, just probably not for a really long period. Whereas, like, I mean, obviously, Kelsey, y'all have to physically, in the hammock. Also, often kids that are wheelchairs prescribed in home. Wait, also, often kids that are wheelchair users are prescribed in home. Physical therapy. Did you go to physical therapy, Gypsy?
No,
Never?
never.
My daughter had PT and OT since she was 3 months old in the home. They come to the house.
No, I never had physical therapy at home or anywhere else. Now, I'd go to like going back to your point, Kelsey, about like getting a new wheelchair. I would have to go to like the clinic that is like the physical therapy clinic to get measured for the new chair. But I never had like therapy or anything like that.
Another form of therapy that you should have had, well, I guess is a red flag that you didn't have. When you have a G-tube, they definitely put you on a period of time after the G-tube placement with speech therapists because they try to help you to eat by mouth.
I don't recall having that either.
And I remember in her documents it's saying something about setting up, like having to get an appointment with a speech therapist, but I don't ever see documents of her actually going to anywhere. Like there was no follow up that I know of. I could be wrong, but
Gypsy, did your formula get delivered to the door by? I think I've asked this before. Straight to the door, or
yes, it was home delivered. The oxygen was home delivered. The diapers were home delivered. The formula was home delivered. And I think like the tubes and stuff like that, like the bags and stuff.
Or Kenzie.
Was there any month ever that you can remember that your mom did not order or ask for your G-tube supplies?
No, she was always very good about keeping up with supplies.
The diapers were for Dee Dee. Do you not see the size difference?
See, that's what I was gonna say.
The real Kenzie. The real Kenzie, would you do that? You said she was probably just acting. Do you do that? Is that normal for you to do? Do you act like? I didn't know that was normal. So okay. Anyways, go ahead.
I got a motorcycle going by. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to think of all the questions. I'm not like trying to like make it about like what I know medical field now versus the difference then. Like a red flag should have been like no special tomato, no pea pod chair in the house. Like my daughter has a special tomato and she's grown from size 2 to size 5 is the highest. I'm already trying to request for, mind you, she's had it for 3 years and it's the biggest size it goes to. So adults can sit in this chair too. I'm trying to get a pea pod so I can get her a different chair to sit in. You know what I mean?
Able to pass as mentally delayed as a child. What do you mean, Becky? I mean, doctors noted all throughout Gypsy's medical records that although the mom says she has a cognitive delay or that she's very like her vocabulary is very well, like all the doctors always noted that although mother says this, she seems, I can't think of the exact words, but they were actually very impressed by how smart Gypsy was.
That is also why Gypsy was such a huge face for the special needs community back in the day. I mean, you need to think about it. 90% of these kids were nonverbal. 90%. Like, you can't tell me, Gypsy, when you went to these events, were a lot of those kids talking? Like, not kids who are sick with cancer, but kids who are born this way. Were those kids talking?
No, a lot of them were nonverbal, like you said.
Thank you. That's why you were the pitcher. Like, that's a huge deal to be able to wake up from surgeries like you've had and be able to say, this surgery felt this way. I'm in pain. Like, that's not normal. Like, I don't, like, I have to figure out, if my daughter is sick, I have to figure out what is bothering her. Like, say, give an example. If she has bubbles coming out of her mouth at all, her throat hurts. I figured that out. Like, that's something I learned over the years. Like, little things, you have to pick up on little things for a nonverbal kid. So I see through all this going on. Yes, your mom did, like, all this conning, but the only reason that it worked so well is because you were verbal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you think about it, she used her, like, what people don't realize is, like, there's so many things that a good, okay, because, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. And, like, I think of, like, how you was able to ask her questions. Like, you know, like, that's one thing, like, that Gypsy can do for other people. She has the ability to take what happened to her and, like, use it, like, in your case, like, to help you understand your daughter better.
Yeah. She helped me so much, like, understand, like, I even asked if y'all don't mind me speaking on what I asked you guys a little bit. I asked, like, if the Nissen surgery that Gypsy got, because my daughter got it too, if, like, did it hurt when she attempted to throw up? But Gypsy mentioned that her Nissen loosened over time, as my daughter's has, but not completely yet, you know, thankfully. But, like, I didn't know how that felt. She explained that, like, things like, did this surgery, like, how did this surgery feel? What's the certain seizure meds I listed? Gypsy stated that she, like, how do I explain it? Like, what they made her feel, like, what the seizure meds made her feel like. Because I don't touch or take anything, like, for any of this, you know? So I wouldn't know how my daughter feels with certain medications. I can't ask her, hey, does this hurt your tummy? Hey, is this, like, making you feel wonky? I can't ask her those things, you know? And to have that explained, even, like, the temperature of the G-tube water going in, that's a huge deal. Like, the speed of the water, don't go too fast, go slower. Like, all those are big deals to hear when you haven't known for 10, well, let me rephrase, 9.5 years that she's had this G-tube. Like, don't answer this.
Cynthia, you said, why did you participate in the Special Olympics knowing you wasn't sick? She was a child? When Gypsy was in the Special Olympics, she was a child. I mean, but if you want to answer that, you can, Gypsy.
Told all her life that she was sick. Hello?
Especially, how old were you when you were in the Special Olympics, Gypsy?
11.
11. Like,
I've said that so many times. When you're a kid and your mom tells you you're sick, do you question that when you're under the age of 11 or 12? Do you question any of that? No, you don't. If your mom says take this Tylenol, you're sick, what do? Do you say, oh mom, let me call the doctor? No, you fucking take it.
I'll address all the haters in here. I have a valid example for you of a good parent. You ready? My daughter needs a double hip surgery. My daughter has needed this double hip surgery since she got an x-ray for the start of pneumonia. Mind you, I caught it early, so she never has had pneumonia in her life. Okay? So when they called me and was like, after the results of the x-ray, they're like, she has a touch of the start of pneumonia, right? They called me the next day and was like, hey, her left hip is out. We're gonna send you, oh God, this has been 4 years now. Not the scoliosis. It is the same doctor as scoliosis, right? What is this doctor's name? What do they do? Anyway, don't know which doctor this is right now. Sorry, you guys, brain fart. I have so many doctors my child sees, it's insane. I try to get them into one little bunch, but it never works. But take this example. 4 years my daughter has needed this surgery. When I went in after the x-ray and they were like, hey, she needs this surgery, I was like, she's not showing pain. They asked the questions, is she in pain? They moved her legs around. No pain, okay? Mind you, my daughter has the pain tolerance, like, through the roof. But it's been 4 years and she has never gotten that double hip surgery. Does she follow up and get x-rays every once in a while? Yes. But she has not gotten that double hip surgery because there's no pain. My daughter does not bear weight on her feet, on her legs, ever. So I pushed this surgery off. You want to know why? Sedation, the last time my daughter was sedated, caused her to have a stroke on the table. So she's on hospice on top of the fact sedation is a red flag for her. It does not go well, okay? After each surgery, she comes out different or worse with something new. So, a normal parent, no, let me rephrase that. Would you want your child to be sick, get the appointments, go get the surgeries, do all these things? Or would you like to follow what your child is saying? Like, listen to your child's body. Is she in pain? No. Is the doctors okay with putting this surgery off for a few years for your child to get bigger? Yes. So what would you do? I put it off. The doctors agreed that's a good choice. Like, nobody wants to put their kids through surgeries. It's not normal.
Exactly.
Like, good God, I don't know how to explain it any better. If I talk in circles, I'm sorry. Like,
no, you're good, girl, because it's true. I mean, in the medical records, you see that it's never so. It's always Dee Dee like pushing for surgeries. It's not like the doctor's like, well, we have this surgery, and Dee Dee's like, oh, I don't know. If they do suggest it, Dee Dee's like, yeah, let's do it. But most of the time, she is like, she's running the conversation here, you know. And but back to about Gypsy being a kid, like, if that's all you Gypsy got her feeding tube when she was like, I don't know, like 6 or something like that. 7, maybe 7. Okay. So since she's 7 years old, she has she has a feeding tube. And then her mom puts her in a wheelchair by the time she's like 9 or 10, something like that. Maybe sooner. I can't remember right now. And then you go into the Special Olympics. That's all you know. I promise you at 11 years old, that's all you know from like a pretty young age is like just like hospital visits, sickness. You're just gonna like, okay, we're going to this event today. You don't question. You're just like, okay, like y'all expect a Gypsy to be like, I am not supposed to be in the Special Olympics. She wanted to stand up and just.
That's what I said. She believed what her mom told her. She obeyed what her mother said.
And you know what? Maybe there is a kid out there that would do that. Who knows? But it wasn't just like there are some kids that probably will stand up and be like, I'm not like, but those kids probably weren't groomed either. I mean, to do certain things. But yeah, I don't know. I think I think it's weird to ask Gypsy I mean, it's not weird to ask her questions, but anything like, why did you, anything as she was a child? Because it's like, she was a child. Like what did Justin that time one time when Justin was in here with me one time debating, which never happened again. He said, well, I mean, why didn't Gypsy ever tell her mom this is wrong? I'm sorry, like, why didn't Dee Dee ever figure out that, like, ever tell herself this is wrong? Like, why is it Gypsy's responsibility?
Let me tell you what, if I would have told my mom when I was really young, oh no, why are you doing at Gypsy's age? Why are you doing this? Oh, I'm not doing that. Okay. It wouldn't have went over well, just saying.
I think it's also worthy to note that if Gypsy ever tried to speak up, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Gypsy, that she was emotionally punished for that.
You're
so
not
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't easy to say, oh, well, this, that, and the other, because then it was held against her emotionally as punishment.
Hi guys.
Hi there.
How are you?
Great.
Haven't talked to you in a few.
Sheena, I get what you're saying, because in that one documentary, her mom was like, let her dog take care of her. Or the cat or something. Because Gypsy didn't agree with something. Bree, I think you're muted.
It's not hearsay, Gabby. That's Gypsy's story, and you're not going to invalidate her story or any abuse that she went through. Not here, you're not. Not here. You can do that somewhere else, but Bree's not going to allow that. Neither is any of the rest of us.
Well, Dee Dee told on herself. She said it in a damn documentary. I think it was on. It might have been on Gypsy's Revenge. And it was. I think Gypsy went to the snow or something, and she's like, "Well, let your cat take care of you, Gypsy." Something like that.
Something like she thinks she's gonna go outside, ain't gonna happen. Let her dog take care of her, or something like that.
Okay, I was wrong. I know it was an animal, and she looked at you with this face. It was like, "Let her dog take care of her."
Yeah.
When she said that, I was like, "That's it." Y'all, is Bree talking?
I can't hear her.
Oh, I'm wondering. I'm like, God, like, just ignore me.
Well, I kept saying, Bree, I think you're muted, but I didn't know if you were eating.
Well, first I said I wanted to know how Gabby said, at what age should she have questioned? No, there's no age that a child should start questioning a parent about why they're doing something. A child should never be responsible for that. So maybe a child will question, maybe they won't, but that's not their responsibility. That's for you. And then for Gypsy, is it true that you poured hot oil on your cats?
Absolutely not. Actually, I have a story that's the complete opposite. So when we were living in Springfield, there was a cat, a black cat, not my cat. I mean, we had cats, but this one was like a stray cat that would come to our door, and like I would feed it and leave bowls out and stuff like that. And we'd also have a skunk that came around, but that's neither here nor there. But so one day there was a cat, that same cat had came to our door wanting food. And we had noticed that the cat had, and it was a female, had a burn on its back. And so me and my mom actually treated the cat. We had like got some cream. Now, granted, it was just hydrocortisone cream, but we had tried to like clean the wound and put the hydrocortisone cream. My mom didn't let me keep the cat, but the cat, like, burns got a little better over time, and like she went away, and then like she came back and she was pregnant. And so she had her kittens underneath our neighbor's shed, and that's where one of like the neighborhood children had put the kittens in a box and asked me, did I want one? And that eventually became where I got Sweetie Pie. So the little black and white one with the heart-shaped fur on the back. So it was Sweetie Pie's mom that, yes, had a burn, but I didn't burn her. We actually treated the burn.
I wonder if they heard you tell that story before or something.
Yeah. We take care of her.
Oh my God. The real Kinsey. Y'all love ass. I swear, these people got weird. Like, wait, hold on. Let me get the sound ready. Where did the bruises on your knuckles? What caused the bruises on your knuckles?
I knew you were gonna do it. I knew it, Bree.
I feel like we've had this conversation before, and you really don't know. Like, I think you said something about like you bruise easily.
I do bruise super easily, but also I can take a picture of my hands right now. Well, they have tanner on them, but on a normal basis, my knuckles are discolored. There's also like several people that was in my comments, and like when I was married to Ryan, they thought that Ryan used to abuse me because on the side of my face, I have like a discoloration patch that kind of looks like a bruise sometimes. When I'm tan, you can't see it at all. But I have like discoloration, patches sometimes, but like I don't know. I don't think they were bruised. Like
I don't think they were either. I think the cops had to take a picture of anything and everything that could possibly look like it could be something. In my opinion. But already,
it
y'all.
be?
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm
No, go
sorry.
ahead. No,
Could
you're
it
good.
be? Could it been Gypsy from like some of the medication your mom had you take or something that caused your skin to do that?
I have no idea. Like the patch that's on my cheek, like
Uh-huh.
you can see it. You can see it the majority of the time if I'm turned in a certain way or whatever. You know, they've even like took a pic. I've had pictures posted where I'm not wearing makeup and you can see it, and like they're like, oh, I bet Ken smacked her across the face or something like that. No, that just, it's a permanent thing on my face. But like I don't know.
And plus, it's already been proven. Like the autopsy came out. Your mother was not beat by anybody. So I don't even know why they asked you that. Still, it's so annoying. But
No, like if anybody has any like knowledge about post-mortem stuff and everything, I mean, they should know gravity.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and it explains all of that. If they watch Nick's trial, they explain that. If they listen to, I don't want to say her name, but Natasha Cooper did a recap. I mean, did like a whole thing on the autopsy. Like they always asked about that fucking bruising pop. I don't know. But it might just be right. I don't live in the past. Sorry.
Gypsy.
Oh my
I
god.
want. There's a thing that just clicked in my head.
Oh wait.
So the panic with the hurricane during Hurricane Katrina, the reason you were flighted and all that, your mom had to probably have made such a huge deal, which I would too. If this happened to me, I would have to make like a fuss. If my daughter doesn't have her meds, I would flip the hell out. Like I couldn't imagine my daughter going in withdrawals, and she never has ever missed the medication on time. Now, thinking back, your mom abused this medication and didn't give it to you correctly. And mind you, you didn't need it, but when you went into the hospital, they instantly probably put you on these seizure meds.
probably.
Correct. You were probably so tired, so out of it during that whole thing. I couldn't imagine that. Like, if they really did that, like, or even if they just gave, I don't know. I don't know how this, oh God, that's so confusing to think about.
Like, this person said, she said, I thought maybe she was beating up Nick, not Dee Dee. Okay.
Okay, I thought that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would I beat up either one? I don't understand that.
Well, I don't know. That's what I don't know. I mean,
When they said they thought it was Ryan, I was like, she could take Ryan.
probably. Okay, I'm not talking no more. I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
Man, one time Gypsy beat me up so bad, y'all, she could fight. This girl can fight.
So, Gypsy, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with your health or anything. Was you able to get the Aurora dolls for Aurora?
Not yet.
Have you looked on Disney?
I have. They're there.
Yes, because I live down in here. I live in Florida and we always go to Disney, and my granddaughter loves the Disney princesses, and I think of you when I see the Aurora stuff. They got a nightgown and stuff like that, and
Yeah, I found like a lot of stuff on the Disney store website and stuff.
yes.
And you know what's funny is people are like, well, she said she didn't name her after the Disney princess. I didn't, but like, all right, I'm sorry, but if there was a Princess Gypsy, I would be like, yeah, I'd be all about that princess. That would be my favorite princess. If we have the same name.
I would too, because when I was a kid, you could never find nothing with my name on it, and my mom always grabbed stuff when she's seen it, like little pins that had Tammy on it.
Yeah.
Or I'm absolutely, because my daughter has Elena for a name, and I cannot find Elena on anything, and probably never will. So. But I think of you when I see that stuff, so, and think of your baby.
Aww.
I'm not a hater.
Yeah, she's not a hater. She's hilarious, actually. She was on here one night talking about Ryan. She's Ryan's biggest fan.
Okay.
Tammy is Ryan's biggest fan.
He is a what was it? A peeping Tom. That's what I said. He's probably a peeping Tom.
You gonna make Natalia mad? Yeah, you better stop that.
Oh yeah, wait, Gypsy. I need to get with you. Okay, because I was gonna make I don't know if you ended up getting one or not. Because if not, I was gonna start making one for Aurora's birthday, like a little figurine for her first birthday. You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about for like a cake topper?
No, just like as like a keepsake almost.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, I
Like,
still want that.
Okay, good. I was just making sure before I make it, and then you end up getting it from somebody else. But I had a bunch of cute ideas, so I'm just trying to decide on which one to go with. But oh, it's gonna be so cute.
Gypsy, watch out! She made a Boston Terrier and broke his head off, or his leg.
I really did. Hello, Natalia.
It was looking great up until the end there.
Wait, Natalia was in Ryan's live yesterday, and he thought Natalia was you, and he muted her.
Yes, he's always saying, yes, Gypsy. I know that's you, Gypsy, because I'm always sending mean shit to him.
He blocked me. He called me out and blocked me.
He calls me out.
Natalia Gypsy.
Yes.
He hasn't blocked
Everybody's Gypsy, right? Everybody.
He has been saying, I don't know why you're doing that, Gypsy. I don't know. Okay, Gypsy. Okay, Gypsy.
I literally have him blocked, and I don't care to watch.
He's like, she has all these other platforms and all these other, and
No, I don't.
accounts.
I know,
and
and she
stuff
really
like
doesn't.
that.
Like,
And something
I
come
have
up
to catch
about
the
something
recap
come up
on
about
Flying
being
Ryan.
about being
Sorry to
bald, and
bust
I go, my husband's bald. He says, well, good for you, Tammy. I said, well, I like a man bald.
Well,
Sorry
there's
to
nothing wrong
bust
with
his
being
bubble.
bald, but we're talking patches here.
no, I'm sorry. I did die when that happened on the live. I was not expecting that.
If he does block y'all, there's a page called Flying Ryan, and you can get all the recaps.
Flying Ryan.
That's the name of it.
You can get some recaps on my page too, you guys. I post funny
Flying
stuff.
Ryan.
Oh yeah, you do.
You get a condensed version of it.
You wanted to come up, Natalia?
Everybody calls him a clout chaser and everything like that.
I was watching his live on my backup, and I saw the wind come along and blow his hair up, and I was like, "What?" And people are on the screenshots.
Well, everybody's saying that he has a toupee.
Jessica, you mind if I let Natalia come up?
I think it's a huge comb over. I don't think it's a toupee.
I don't either.
I thought it was fake. I thought that was like a fake screenshot.
Jessica.
No, it's not fake.
So he's really bald under there?
It looked it to me.
You sure? I didn't know she hadn't said anything in a while.
I didn't take screenshots or anything because I wasn't expecting it, but it didn't look fake to me when it happened.
I mean, it's like a Cody Brown thing,
I guess.
He's letting it grow, and he just looks awful.
I know.
Hey, Natalia Gypsy.
Natalia Gypsy.
You have one, you got it.
You keep trolling him, girl. He gonna block all your backups.
Why'd you back up? And I said I want to see Pixie.
Wait, you said you want to see Pixie?
No, I have not found the Ninja Pixie.
Oh, you should get a backup called Pixie.
No, boy,
That's cotton candy. Get muted.
I can tell you without a doubt, if you say "let it go, Elsa," he will block you.
Really? Why?
That's what I said. I was like, "Let it go, Elsa."
Well, out of respect for my man, and
Let it go.
Gypsy, I said subject because I like to rag on him, but yeah, for no reason, man. I didn't even say nothing. I just went in there and bam, got blocked.
And that's
and then on my
why.
backup,
You see, that goes to show you. I don't watch
on my
him.
backup, I said nicely. I said, "Are you really bald?" And is that a comb over? And I got muted.
Well, you did
Bree,
have a reason then.
Bree,
I got
everybody is
muted.
you too. You know that, right?
Everybody's
Do
me for
what?
Everybody
you.
is you. Yeah. He's
Do
like,
what?
that's Bree. That's probably her friend Bree.
No.
Oh
Oh my
well,
God.
Lauren,
That new video. I don't know how new it is of him. I don't know if you watched it, Gypsy, but of him going out to eat at that place with them two guys.
None of his
yes.
stuff.
Oh
When I
my God.
tell
He talked
you,
about the
He
way
talked about
tasting.
kissing Gypsy or tasting her so he can eat that hamburger.
Oh.
what?
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Gypsy
he's
tastes
like, I've
way
tasted
better than
Gypsy.
burger,
I've
though. So he was
tasted
talking
Gross.
Gypsy.
herself.
I've
He's
tasted.
so foul, like
Yes.
tasteless as a
I hate when he talks about
I
you like
tasteless.
that. Blech.
see. I said when I was talking with Bree and the other girls a couple of weeks ago, I wish Ken could sue his ass for cease and desist because that pisses me off when he talks about him being gay and this and that. Because I have gay friends, and that just I would love to punch him in his fucking fat mouth.
I'm a
Listen,
camera,
you
see?
always could tell. Like, I have completely moved on from Ryan. I do not text him anymore. I do not try to call him anymore. But you could always tell how I ignore him. I don't give him the time of day. Like, I'm living my life. So the more I live my life, the more he spirals. So when he goes on his little tangents and everything like that, it is because I don't give him the time of day. Like, go live your life.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't want
living
to see that
mine.
video anyway.
Go live your
Blech.
life.
I
Well,
hate when he. Ugh.
and it should be that way. You've been divorced over almost a year now. It's time to move on, and you got a baby, and you know,
A cute
and
little baby.
I know. So, Gypsy, if you and Ken and Aurora ever want to, when you come to Florida and you want to hang out, look me up, honey. I promise you, we will go
Tansy
to
is
Disney. We
hilarious.
will go do whatever.
We can
I
go to the beach.
definitely we get.
Go
I
to
do
the
too.
beach.
I go to beach. I love Disney Springs. I go everywhere actually. But you guys are more than welcome. We can meet out, out to eat, whatever.
That
I
sounds
mean, I want to go to
awesome.
Disney. I haven't
I
been since I was in
mean,
seventh grade. Damn.
seriously, everybody's got a story, and I'm not here to judge. And I have been trying to send you messages, but I couldn't because I understand where you got it so much, so blocked because you do have haters, but don't
Yeah.
ever, I would
Do I follow
never.
you?
I don't, I think I follow you because I sent you where you was in that Walmart, you was shopping last week. And I said,
Oh.
go to Disney. I'm the one that told you to go to Disney store.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. But seriously, if you guys come down, I mean, I would give you my number and you can call and say, Tammy, you guys want to meet up, go out to eat, whatever. Or I would be a free babysitter. You would never have nothing to worry about. I got grandbabies. I would treat yours like a grandbaby.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Me
yeah, bring
too.
it.
Huh?
Tammy,
Yes,
if they come
ma'am.
down there and hook up with you, and I find out that you're hitting on my man, we will have a problem.
Oh, Lord
We
have
will
We
have a
mercy.
will
problem.
call
Oh
you
my
out.
God. Oh my
I will
God.
call
We
you
will.
out, buddy.
We will call you
Oh,
out.
That's Sheena's man.
how do you know I may not try to hook up with Gypsy girl?
Oh,
I need my
shit.
charger. Shit.
I'm
Oh,
just,
God. That's so
Gypsy,
funny.
don't run. I'm just joking. I have
Tammy's funny. She really is.
my best friend says, because we work together, she says, I used to have to clench my butt cheeks together because you never knew when she was going to come by and slap me on the ass. So
And why, Gypsy, let me say something. The other day, Margot, why apologize on his live? He
What did he do?
apologize. Rapper Joey when he
What?
apologized.
He apologized to Gypsy?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like a month ago.
What was
For
it for?
telling her to stop drinking online.
No, for saying that he thinks she's on something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
But
That
then
too.
That's just angry ex talk
Yeah.
because
But
there's literally nothing that I have done that would
It
You
even
haven't
doesn't-
warrant
even
a comment
drank
like
since
that.
that day.
it doesn't matter. You got a baby,
That was
and
when I
there's
was.
too many. That's
I
just
don't think so.
bullshit.
You did so good, Gypsy. I just realized that.
And I'm not surprised his big ass equates her with food. Is anybody shocked? I'm not.
I hate you. Okay, Gypsy, are you bringing Aurora to Alaska?
No, so I don't think that it is appropriate to
No,
bring.
I think that's normal. I'm just wondering because I was.
No,
Are y'all
I
going
just
to
don't.
Disney?
We have 2 vacations planned, one to Alaska and one to Disney World.
Okay.
And so one without her and then one with her. Like the one to Alaska, there's just like the temperatures are going to be ridiculously cold. So I don't want to expose her to that. Like,
Yeah, and it's
And not
normal.
to mention,
There's nothing
Gypsy,
wrong with going on a vacation by yourself.
As somebody who's been there a couple of times, because I do have family there, and I have a stepdaughter who used to live there. The flight is horrible. Like
bruh,
it's like
the flight is going to be like
yes,
16, 17 hours.
yes. I mean,
Well,
I've
your
been to
second trip
Anchorage
that you've
and
got
Fairbanks.
planned, the
So
second trip
Anchorage and
you've got
Fairbanks.
planned, she'll be older and probably will enjoy it, you know?
Exactly.
When you go to Florida, are you going to detour to South Carolina?
Sure, we get all.
I'm in South Carolina,
Road
like 10 minutes
trip.
away from Amber J. I'm just saying. So if you go see her for roller skates, you gotta
Road
see
trip.
me too.
Well, you should do a girls' road trip one day, Gypsy.
That would be fun.
I know.
Well, why
Well-
don't all of you guys get together and come to Florida? I'll
We
meet
don't-
you over in Orlando, and we can hang out.
You know what?
We might
I
have to
won't
do
be able
that.
to go anywhere, you guys, but
I say we need a
You know what Aaron
cruise.
Sweetheart told me?
I know. I wish.
Aaron
What?
Sweetheart said, Bree, she said, you, Sheena, Bree, Gypsy, and Kristy should come to Vegas. I will show you the
Oh,
town.
that would be so.
Oh my
And I thought,
God,
can you imagine
yes.
being in, because Vegas is on my bucket list. I thought, can you imagine being in Vegas with Aaron Sweetheart? How
Oh
much
my God, I
fucking
don't know
fun
who
that would
that
be.
is. I don't know who
going.
that is, but Vegas you would definitely love. Oh my God.
And Evelyn is.
Do you guys all hang together in Louisiana or just on here?
No, Evelyn's not from Louisiana.
No,
Well, I mean,
hang
she's
in-
not from, but she's here.
Okay.
We hang out in NOLA when I go down. All of us.
Okay. Okay.
Something.
I'm not
Oh, and Rogie.
tired.
Rogie.
We all got tats together down there.
Oh, okay.
Gypsy's cousin is a wonderful artist. And
Well, I was actually, there was nothing on TV, so I've been rewatching the Gypsy show, and I had to laugh at Ryan. And then I'm thinking, because he said last night, what was it? It's getting toward the end. He goes, I don't think she'll leave. And I said, oh, I think she will. And she's going to have a baby too.
You as a psychic.
Right, right.
Gypsy, good night.
Come on, y'all. Oh, well, I was going to say, as far as the Alaska thing, I think it's stupid. I seen somebody talking about it. and they were like, I cannot believe, like it was just something stupid because like parents don't ever go on vacations without their kid, you know. I can remember when I was like, when we went to California when I was in, I want to say maybe like so. No. This wasn't in California. I remember I went to Astro World in Texas, and my sister was only like probably 5 months old, and we left that baby behind. We left her home by herself. No, I'm just kidding.
I left my
No,
kids
she
home.
stayed with
Well, I didn't
me.
leave them home. They didn't come with me,
Listen,
but I went on a cruise by myself, and my boys also went on one with me. They don't have to be everywhere. I mean,
Parents need vacations. And actually, kids need vacations from their
Guys, I
parents.
haven't been on a
you are
vacation
so
since
right.
I was like 15
Love you,
years
Gypsy. Good
old.
night.
listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. There is nothing that I love better than hating on Ryan Anderson because I think he's such a fucking goober. But when Gypsy's here, I get uncomfortable because I know that her and Ken don't talk about him anymore. They don't deal with him anymore. They don't want him in their lives. So I always get uncomfortable because I don't want to make her uncomfortable. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I didn't want to. I just wanted to ask her if she got the doll or found the dolls and stuff because
Oh, that's okay.
I have been trying to. I mean, because like I said, you know, everybody's got a story, and I'm not a hater, and you know, I don't want that's none of my business, but I was just trying to be friends here on TikTok because I sit at home and we all need friends, right? And
I know.
new
No, you're
friends.
good. You're good. I slip up.
Right,
Sometimes I
Tammy?
talk. Sometimes I say a few things here and
But
there.
he is an idiot. I
He
do
is.
get
Yes.
pissed off because the way he does, because I don't like using the gay slur. I mean, I just don't
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
disgusting.
If he
Look,
was I know, because or he says you guys and her family is keeping him from getting a job. Well, if anybody has seen the show and has seen him on TikTok, I wouldn't want him for one teaching my kids. Two, I wouldn't want him working for me either. The way he acts on TikTok and everything else.
I
Actually,
get
I
I got
this
agree.
straight up accused of calling his job. That never happened. I've never called anyone's job, um, ever. Don't plan on it. It's not my bag. It's not what I do.
No.
I
yeah,
never
but you know
called that
what,
man's job.
Gina? You know
Yes.
what?
What?
Ever since I think he's realized that um, Gypsy has totally blocked him because ever since she's blocked him on his page, he's been going far worse than he ever did.
She changed her phone number too, so she's done everything she can.
Yeah, but you know what he does? He's trying to harass her, and he tries to message her under other phone numbers, so she has to keep blocking him.
No, she doesn't have the same number anymore. She changed her number.
Oh, good.
We can't contact her now, and that's why she did it.
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna get off here. Also, I gotta get my kids to bed. It's kind of later than normal for me. It's 11 o'clock here. But I wanted to say, if I change one person's mind who is against Gypsy, or open people's like hearts to the special needs community and not like give them bad looks or anything, I hope I touched somebody tonight in here. You know, like I hope I did something good.
You did, Kelsey.
Yeah,
you did.
I just want to tell you one thing, Kelsey.
Yeah.
What you said about feeding tube, they're trying to teach him to eat orally, that can't be true. It's not all the time. My sister had ALS. She had a feeding tube put in. It was never, ever, they tried to teach her to eat again.
Yeah. So
it wasn't about that.
It depends on states also, and like the age of the children too, because it's something called baby net, but I don't know if it's like in every state's called the same thing. There's just a little more programs for younger, or in general, like, I don't know. It's different for each state too.
Well, the reason when my sister had the feeding tube, it was kind of optional in a way, because we thought we was going to put her on hospice. Well, with hospice, if you have the feeding tube, you can change the cassette to changing it, whatever. But what they won't do is cassette to have one put in for my sister when we knew that there come a time she would need it.
Yeah. So your sister was older, you're saying?
Yeah, she was an adult.
Okay, so yeah, that's basically when you're younger versus adult. There's something called baby net. I actually believe that's called the same thing. It's a little program that kind of gets the therapy started early, gets the speech therapy.
Unfortunately, when they put it in, they kind of messed up. And after they got finished, when she came out of that surgery, she couldn't eat no more.
Can I say something? They will pull that out. Get out the breathe out.
In fact, I had to call my mom down to the surgical floor. This is the nurse says, they're not allowed in the operating room. The doctor says, no, you go get her mother now.
Really? Oh, goodness.
Yeah, she came. After the surgery, she didn't feel no pain, but she came out at the anesthetic while in the surgery room.
Okay, yeah, so my daughter actually had a temporary shunt put into her head. I wish I would have got a